Hello and welcome to this very special one-shot, a very Willy Wonka, some would call it, to avoid legal issues. But I'm actually joined here with a few guests and players that I want to introduce you to. First of all, we have right here.
Hi, my name is Shay.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
Hi, I'm Alif.
And I'm Emma.
Some familiar faces, some not. We welcome all of our players and guests here to join us on this little candy adventure that we are about to attend. We have no announcements other than feel free to join the Discord down in the links in the descriptions below. And without really trying to really stretch this out, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? In this world, there is a well-renowned chocolatier that you all know by the name of Willy Wonka. Every 50 years, he invites a new batch of contestants to come and view his candy realm. Often, they get to see the early designs of certain candy and products, and they get to be the taste testers, so he can know what works and what doesn't. It's about that time for him to select his new contestants once more. As you are coming into the town square, you stop at a stand where you purchase a chocolate bar. This white older male with a incredibly long beard, scruffy look, as he approaches you and gives you the chocolate bar. You open it up, and within is a golden ticket. You, being visited by an aristocrat of sorts, a grand chef, is saying that he's tired of trying to win the competition. He's tried for many years, and he's just getting too old to the point, and grants you with a chocolate bar, and basically gives you the lottery ticket, like, good luck. Have fun. You see a sleeping man on the side of the street, passed out, 15 chocolate bars in hand. And you see really quickly he doesn't need that. Taking it for yourself. And you're behind your bar, being accused once more of looking like a goddamn Zoompa Oompa. One of the drunkards at the end of the table who's been harassing you this entire time, this green wizard with this very long beard. As he passes out, you see under his arm a chocolate bar. And why not take that for yourself after all the trouble he's given you? You all open your chocolate bars and you find the golden ticket. And inscribed upon it, you learn of your winnings. And the ticket reads... Let me pull it up real quick. I got a golden ticket.
Yeah.
I got a golden ticket.
Copyright.
Oh, it's fine. I'm not that good. It says, "Greetings, intrepid seeker. You now hold the golden ticket from the renowned adventurer, Willy Wonka. Join me for a day of extraordinary discoveries in my fantastical candy realm. Unveil the secrets hidden within and indulge in the most enchanting treasures. Your journey begins now. Recite the arcane script on this ticket and embrace the adventure that awaits." You all looking at the ticket. Say the arcane say the arcane words, and suddenly you are teleported. In front of you is a grassy meadow, and the air is really sweet, and you look around to all the strangers around you. Let's go ahead and introduce yourselves as your characters, starting over here. What do these lovely individuals see as they are teleported to this grassy meadow with you?
They will see, a half-elf that looks a lot like how I look at the moment. Curly, more blondish hair, but this is the wig I had. Curly blondish hair, tan skin, blue eyes, bright blue eyes, and she looks very well dressed.
The image is now in the Discord for you all to view. Crystal, what does everyone see as you portal in?
A fairly scrawny, kind of pale looking 32-year-old with very, like, messy, short hair that looks like somebody took a knife to it to get it that short. And, like, bright red, all colored eyes. And, very raggedy clothes, a cloak that she took off somebody's body probably, and a piece of chocolate still stuck in her mouth.
Emma, what do they see as you portal in?
So I am a all pink tiefling woman with long dark brown hair and black horns.
And Alif, what do they see as you portal in?
They see a 4-foot tall guy who has dark brown hair with some purple around the sides. Kind of balding, but, you know, life is good.
And in front of you all stands the man himself, Mr. Willy Wonka. You see him standing there with a brown top hat, his blonde curly hair spilling out from the sides. He's wearing a purple vest and a white tunic with purple robes that kind of ombre to a golden hue towards the bottom. As he sees you all, he says, "Hello, Starshines. Welcome to my candy realm. I'm so happy to have you here, and you have no idea what is in store for you. Please tell me all of your names."
I'm Chuck.
Nice to meet you, Chuck.
Candida Pepper.
Candida Pepper, of the Pepper family. Yes, of course.
Ari.
Ari? Nice to meet you, Ari.
My name is Annalyn Live, and it's nice to meet all of you as well.
Miss Annalyn, it's so great to meet you. As you can see here in my candy realm, as you can tell by the sweetness of the air, everything here is made of candy. As you look down and inspect, little blades of grass are actually pieces of green licorice. You see a tree off in the distance that's actually a lollipop, and its leaves are made of red licorice as well. I would like to, first of all, indulge your curiosities. It's not normal for us to have visitors here in the candy realm. I'm sure there's plenty of questions, no?
I mean, this is all quite curious. It's unlike anything I thought it would be. I thought we would be maybe transported in a carriage of some sort, but yes, are we free to just walk around?
Well, it's a bit of a guided tour, and as far as carriages, everybody knows teleportation is the best way to travel.
Everyone knows.
I've already zoomed over to a tree to pick off a leaf to eat it.
As Ari rushes over to a tree, you see sparks of red lightning shoot off of her, and she moves incredibly quickly.
That ain't normal.
As you taste the red licorice, it's incredibly sweet. It's probably the best licorice you've ever tasted.
Yes, it is. I rush back and is like, yeah, this is so sweet.
As he's looking over at you, he goes, you are Skidonian, if I recall, yes?
I guess?
Your race of people. You age incredibly quickly. You you live your entire life very quickly.
Yeah.
I have something that might interest you, actually. And he reaches into his pocket, and he presents to you this very short cylinder with a lid on top. It looks like almost like a thing of makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I knew quite a few Skidonians a long time ago, and that might serve you some good.
What is it?
It's not labeled. He does mention it's a bit of a test product, so a little bit of kinks, but I'm trying to work them out. But it is like a skincare ointment of sorts. And as you open it up, it smells of rose and lychee.
Do you have any more of that in the back, maybe? I'm sure my father could work out a deal with you.
Your father, yes. Mr. Pepper himself. What is your father's name?
Yes, Clay Pepper.
Clay Pepper. Very powerful father, that is. I've heard a lot about him.
Yes, which is why you should definitely get me one of those little vials.
Well, of course. And he pulls out a second one. There you go.
Thank you so much.
You know, Sir Chuck, you quite remind me of some of my helpers around here.
Don't say it. Don't say it. If you say it, I'm gonna lose my fucking
Some are a little touchy.
So is this one not part of the candy
No,
red?
I'm not. I'm a dwarf. We're different. We're totally different. Like,
I totally
we're
love that too.
totally different species. Come on.
Well, there's some elements in the. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't.
Don't do it.
My apologies.
Thank you.
You watch as he corrects his top hat with this grand staff, and at the end of it, you see this reddish black orb. You can tell that it once was maybe a little more see-through, but now it's a bit more opaque, and you can see a shatter mark kind of swimming its way through the stone itself. Well, nonetheless, I think it's time that we start our tour. If you all follow me, unless there's any further questions.
Let's see it.
Alrighty. As he begins to lead you down a path, as you begin to walk on this graham cracker sidewalk, you begin to see all the wildlife that seems to be inhabiting here. You see monkeys made of gummy as they are swinging from licorice tree to licorice tree. In the distance, in a small cave where you see bits of what appear to be almost like Oreo crumble leading up to a mountain. From the cave opening, you see this very massive gummy bear as it's beginning to make its way into its cave. The entire realm seems to be sentient and also sweet. And eventually, you're brought to this grand, rushing river of chocolate. Now, all here inside of Candy Realm is all sweet and grand, but the real magic lies just at the end of this chocolate river. We're going to be moving directly into my factory of sorts, where we're going to be testing all kinds of products. How's that skin cream doing for you?
Very light. I like it.
Do me a favor, Crystal. Could you roll a d6 for me?
Oh boy.
Could be good.
It's
could be good.
the square one.
Does 3?
It's working really well.
Yeah.
You can feel your skin get a little tight, but not restrictingly so. It feels refreshing, almost. As he moves over to the boat, as it is beginning to come its way down the chocolate river, you see it's boarded by 2 short little green individuals with orange hair, wearing white and brown outfits. I'll send a photo of what these guys look like now, and on screen, it's right below my face. But as it is chugga-chuggaing along, they come to a stop right at the bank in front of you. There we go.
Oh, look, it's some of your cousins.
We're not related, lady. Open your eyes.
You know that was just mean, don't you?
To be fair, you're not green.
I know. I'm brown. Come on, man.
Well, do you want to see a cool little prank? And he points his staff towards you. Can you make a charisma saving throw?
Okay.
So you're going to roll your d20.
10?
10, and then check your charisma save bonus on your character sheet, which for you is a +1, so that's a total of 11. You watch as your nose in the corner of your eyes, you watch as it turns green. You look down at your hands and they're green.
I hate you.
As you're all looking at Chuck, with the exceptions of the purple stripes on the side of his head, you see that he's been zoomified.
I'll kill you. Won't hesitate. Just you wait. Change me back right this second.
I promise I will. The staff needs a little bit of recharging, so we can do that as soon as we get to the factory, I promise.
What?
Oh, come on, aren't we supposed to be having a little bit of fun?
Yeah, this ain't fun. This is discrimination, baby.
Speaking of fun, you guys might enjoy some of these. And he tosses up 4, they look like rectangles. They're very thin. They almost look like gum sticks. Each of them landing in your hands. Those are a little thing that I'm working on. For example, and he takes one out of his own pocket, and he... You watch as a bird is flying overhead. You watch as he chucks it at the bird, and you watch as the gum sticks between its wing and its body, forcing it not to fly, and it falls onto the ground.
is terrible.
Oh, it's fine. That's actually just an escaped project I was working on. They actually are an invasive species. It's totally fine.
I don't know if I believe you. You just turned me green and then you tried to kill a bird.
They're eating all the gummy worms. Listen, it's a big issue.
So what does the gum...
Oh, sorry. It works as kind of like a sticky trap of sort. Ideally, it was going to be something used for people with, artificial teeth to help keep their mouths in, but I realized it worked a little too well. Some poor Zoompas may have a little overambitious smiles.
I'm sure they look lovely.
As you look over on the boat, one of them...
Just gonna toss this one in the bag.
Yeah.
We can save that for later.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's hop on board this boat and get on down to the chocolate factory, shall we?
I don't think we have a choice.
Indeed.
I'm already in the boat.
Ready to be wowed.
As he gets on board, you hear the doop doop as the Zoompa-Loompas begin to take out their oars and they begin to row the boat. As you're going down the Chocolate River, you see more of its grand scenery, looking up for any kind of light source in this realm, and you do see a star. It appears that this demi-plane, plane of existence wherever you are, has some kind of atmosphere. It's not like you've been in a demi-plane once before. You know for a fact that this is not a typical scene, typically. It's just a illuminated abyss above you, but there's actually what appears to be a planetary alignment of sort. As you guys begin to make your way down the Chocolate River, Wonka is indulging you all in your questions and your stories, and you begin to approach a tunnel of sorts. And as you do, it begins to get a little darker. And for this, I will go ahead.
All got good.
I will go ahead and
Start hyperventilating now.
I'm healed.
get still darker. That one's stuck, so it's okay.
Okay.
You notice right before, actually, everyone roll a perception check for me.
Is that on 20? What is it on?
Yeah, it's a d20.
16.
Plus
Ooh. 3.
3.
Straight. She's not very perceptive.
Oof. 14.
Is that under my senses? Or... Oh, plus 6.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Wow.
Where is it? Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. 22.
Yeah. Also, I have all of your sheets pulled up if you need me to ever check something on the fly. Chuck,
I have a... Yeah.
16 for me.
you have, it's not a, you have advantage on your perception. So roll 2d20 and take the highest result and add 2.
There you go. Perspective.
So 16.
Okay,
Yeah.
plus 2? Or is that with the plus 2?
Be 16.
Okay, and what was your result?
16.
16. So, none of you except for Ari notices as you guys begin to make your way into the tunnel. Climbing just above the entryway, you see a squirrel. Just a normal squirrel. Everything you've seen so far has been
Fantastical.
fantastical, sweet candy. But you see just a normal squirrel as it's like watching you guys go down into the river and down into the tunnel. As it gets darker, Vonka. So, first things first is we're going to stop on by the chocolate paper room. As you all know, it's one of the more extraordinary things that we have here. This is a room, as I'm sure you've told, there are these sheets of paper that we sell with pictures of chocolate bars. And you're able to reach inside of the picture and pull out your bar whenever you'd like. Keeps it nice and fresh for you. You're about to see the room where all that magic happens. And the boat begins to pick up speed. And you're going. And it gets darker. and you feel. You see Wonka.
What was that, Vonka?
Is that supposed to happen?
I'm sure it's fine. They keep going. And you see the Zumpas increasing in speed. And you feel another. You see one of the Zumpas look over the back.
Vonka,
Looks over the next one.
Like, maybe this is
Can I roll the
not
vote?
supposed to happen.
No, I'm sure it's totally fine.
Need I remind you what will happen if my father hears something bad has happened to me?
I'm sure your father will be A-okay with everything going on here, trust me. Everything's okay.
with green skin.
As you keep on going and
At
going,
least you'll die with your brothers.
you're now at the point where you're so far into the tunnel where there is no light. There's just a fading shimmering of luminescence back from the way you came. And you feel another. There's no earthly way of knowing
Oh god, he's singing.
Why is he singing?
which direction
He's
we
crazed.
are going. You feel another. There's no telling
Vonka,
where we're
please, we
rowing.
do not need a serenade at this
Feels
moment.
it raining. Here's it. Fuck! As the boat lifts up about a 45-degree angle and then sloshes back down. I need you all to roll for initiative for me. We are now entering into combat.
Whoa,
19.
Not 20.
What?
Natural one. Rolling initiative.
I do apologize, audience. My battle cam is not working, so you're gonna have to view from this tiny little window down here. I apologize, but it'll work, I promise. If I can have all of your minis placed onto the boat.
Woohoo! Oh boy. Oh, it's close.
There we go.
Let's see. These infos are on board.
See? Close.
From the Chocolate River, you see a chocolate form coated in what seems to be a golden hue. And I apologize because I didn't have time to do the many things that I wanted to do, but this will work for now. As this chocolate form reaches up and grows out of the river in front of you, I need a perception check from all of you before combat initially begins.
17.
I was like, wait,
do what I do.
like that's not my color.
17
Yeah.
16 plus the 6.
plus, so 22 again.
I'm very resentful.
Yeah, you are.
Goddamn.
5.
5,
Yeah.
21.
21. Okay. Chuck, as the chocolate form is moving around and convulsing, second.
Oh, secrets.
I don't like
Vonka
secrets.
is sharing secrets.
We should say our secrets.
I knew that he was working with them.
Against him.
She's actually secretly a Oompa Loompa as well. That's why she gets to know this.
Oh,
Huh?
Oh, I don't like that face.
Oompa Loompa.
Could I have your initiative roll one more time?
I don't need to know anything.
No. Oh, no, 22. You're right.
I was
Sorry.
saying.
You're right.
We had this whole conversation.
I won't listen.
Oh, initiative is what we first rolled, right?
Yeah.
again.
I have to roll again.
What do we have to roll with you?
We have to roll.
No. I just need your initiative results from earlier.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was 18.
17.
Oh no, sorry.
That was my
Not 20, 22 with the modifier.
was it natural?
What was yours?
7.
7.
Oh shit, with the 5. 18. 23.
That was your initiative?
If you do that plus 5.
Oh, you do
Wait,
your
are we
plus 5.
supposed to do a plus?
Yeah, so Chuck, your initiative bonus is 2. So yours would have been 9. Annalyn, you were at the lead there, and then Ari edged you out.
Oh, sweet. Hey, going first.
And I have to roll for the chocolate mass. Not great.
All done with me.
Well, I mean, not hard, sorry. And then let me roll
That's a
for
5
Vonka.
total, 'cause I have 4 plus to initiative.
Okay,
So I'm
perfect.
still trying.
Surprisingly, no.
Okay.
As the chocolate form reaches up, it is going to get a surprise round off on you guys. So it's going to take a swing.
What?
You watch as a chocolate, almost tentacle or wave comes out as it. It's going to try to hit Vonka, but Chuck and Ari are in the way. So I'm going to give Vonka an AC buff as he's having to shoot past 2 people.
Which one's Vonka?
He's the one in the middle with the staff.
Okay.
As it makes contact with the boat, and you watch as a little bit of chocolate begins to come up through the bottom, missing Vonka entirely. He goes, rest assured, everybody, everything is totally under control, as he begins to get his staff ready. Ari, it is your turn.
Am I allowed to speak on what I saw?
You can. This is in the middle of combat, though, so your phrases have to be short.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything then.
Okay.
Then I probably just say, was that? And then I'll just
Okay.
go into it. Can I throw it? No, I don't want to do that.
In Anoen, you're on deck.
How far is this thing? Like, could
From you,
Yeah.
it is about 20 feet away from you.
20 feet away? How solid is it? Do I know?
The chocolate river or the
ball.
The ball.
chocolate.
It seems like it is a constant state. It's similar to Clayface
Okay.
in texture and like viscosity.
Is the tentacle still out?
As it flashed out, it did retract back.
Back into the ball? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a dagger at it, but try to aim kind of like not right in the middle,
Okay.
kind of to the side.
So go ahead and roll a d20.
Shit, 9.
9 plus. You're throwing a dagger,
Yeah.
so it's plus 8. So that is what?
17.
17? Yeah, that'll hit. So go ahead and roll damage for me. So that's going to be 1d4 plus 5.
4. Right now. Is that 3? That was 1. 2 plus 5, 7.
Alrighty. With that, Annalyn, it is your turn. You watch as the dagger shoots out towards the chocolate. You watch as the dagger itself down into it. It doesn't appear to have any effect, but you do see what appear to be like goosebumps or shivers as it ripples out from the point of impact. And you hear a low grumbling, like a...
My dagger!
Okay, so that didn't work.
Do I
So,
have to say anything else, or is it just circling?
It's our turn now.
so as you can see, I'm wearing this very beautiful necklace here.
But speech is a free action.
Speech is a free action on your turn.
Okay.
Or when someone's talking to you on their turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, I'm wearing this beautiful necklace here. Annalyn, without even saying anything, is going to reach and grab one of the beads on her necklace and just blindly throw it.
Oh my god, okay.
Just to make sure.
Oh no.
Can I do this?
Yes. So I need to roll a dex save.
That is a fireball right there.
Yep.
At 3rd level, I believe. According to my item.
12.
12.
Does 12 beat your DC?
I just had it up and it went away. Excuse me. No.
Alright, roll some fireball damage. How many d6 do you need?
How many d6 do I need? Hold on.
Why do you fail me?
So I'm looking at the item. I need to be looking at the actual spell.
Why must you disappoint me? What's that skeleton video? What does a skeleton eat for dinner?
Why must you disappoint me so often?
Yeah. Ribs. Spare ribs.
That's going to be 8d6s.
Okay.
So I need some more.
I'm going to give you 4.
Yeah.
How many more do you need?
I should have spelled
I need one more.
There you go. Roll that damage.
Wow.
All right, let's count.
10. I'm bad at counting. Oh.
Feel free to use the calculator if you need it. No shame there.
30. 30.
That's 30 points of damage to the chocolate monster.
Okay. Not only do you shoot off this fireball, but you do have to angle it a little bit because otherwise you're going to hit the front of the boat.
Okay.
So you throw the fireball bead just a little bit behind it as it flames then engulf behind it. Can I have everyone roll a perception check? All with advantage. Ari and Chuck, you guys don't need to roll.
We don't, because we already.
Oh.
You already know.
Yeah, we do already
She's
know.
so bad at perception. 4.
4?
She doesn't
That was with
like
advantage?
anything. Yeah.
What is
I don't
happening?
have, yeah. Wait, with advantage?
Yeah, with advantage.
Oh, okay.
13.
13?
4 again.
I'm just gonna blame it on the fact
not
that I'm actually
perceiving
really young and I don't
this
know what
entire
to do. It's like,
That's not my turn.
Ari, as the fireball goes off, you immediately shield your face from the light that is coming in this very dark space. The fire illuminates the interior of this chocolate being. All but you see in this moment of transparency to this chocolate what appears to be the skeleton of what appears to be a small person in the very center of the chocolate mass. Could you roll a wisdom saving throw for me?
Sure. Oh, gosh.
That's a straight 7.
Straight 7?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fail.
That is a fail.
Once this fireball goes off, you begin to, because this was supposed to be a little innocent vacation, this kind of fucks in your head a little bit, and you begin to remember who gave you your necklace in the first place. You do a little flashback as your father is coming into your room and, Anna Lynn, sweetie, I got you a present when I was out. Your father, let me pull up his photo. Comes in with his like dark blue and violet kind of shaded armor, holding his staff with the teal crystal at the very end. I have to go and take care of some things, some investigations with the Sorcerers Guild. But I wanted to leave you with this necklace here.
Oh, thank
May
you.
it protect you in times of need.
Oh, thank you, Father. It's beautiful.
And I was popping by the shop earlier in this week, and I actually commissioned a new staff for myself, which means this old rinky-dink needs a new owner.
You couldn't possibly. No.
It's
can't.
family tradition. It's your turn,
Thank you.
of course. That memory shading away as you're back, shielding your eyes from the explosion as you look around. Everyone horrified looks as they're staring towards the chocolate mass as the light begins to come back into darkness. Next on deck is the chocolate monster.
oh.
So he, now taking that much damage, you watch as the chocolate form begins to form into spikes, as the chocolate and the fire have now hardened bits of him. Well, actually, no, that's not how that works.
That's not how that
my bad.
Melt him.
My bad.
Melt him.
Resistance, not I have the damage type incorrect. He has different things that happens based on what he's hit with, but not spikes because that's cold damage. Instead, he's just a melting slop as he's going to take a swing at you, Chuck, with disadvantage because he is now in his melting form. That is disappointing. Does a 6 hit you?
Okay.
That's going to be in your armor class. So that's going to be up towards the top of your page in a shield
I really
icon.
hope a 6 doesn't be.
Yeah.
Really should not.
Far from it. Far from it. As the chocolate reaches out towards you, you just kind of jump over it a little bit, and the front of the boat, where you jump up from, as the chocolate form smashes down, the boat that was once beneath you, or the segment of boat, crashes out. Please make a dexterity saving throw with advantage to avoid falling into the chocolate river.
Okay. So, D20?
Yep, and you roll that twice, and you're going to take the best result.
17.
17, without any issues whatsoever. As the boat beneath you falls out, you quickly arm back as you grab onto one of the side railings and pull yourself up. At this point, you watch as these Oompa Oompas are kind of like staring out from behind Vonka at you.
Yeah, that's right. You wish you were me. Oh, better. Build better.
Chuck, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
He's melting. Is there any way I can use my axe and kind of like steer us, like push us off the bottom and kind of like push us forward, ramming the guy, the monster?
Tell you what, I will allow you, if you would like, to run to the back where the Oompa Oompas are
Yeah.
and kind of command them like full speed ahead.
Yeah.
And you can use your strength as well to help the row, like the oars,
Okay.
bolt yourself forward.
All right. I'm trying to ram the guy.
Okay.
Cool.
So go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
All right.
Which for you is going to be fucking amazing, I'm sure. So go ahead and roll a d20, and you're going to add 8 to that result.
19 plus 8.
Woo, buddy! Okay,
Goodness gracious.
I hope this boat is sturdy.
We're all gonna die.
It's just gonna crumble.
do me
Hey,
a
he's
favor.
melting.
Logan's gonna like ram it into a waterfall.
And, let Alif use one of your d10.
Tastes delicious.
I don't know, I think it's like chocolate.
All right. What if I was lactose
Yeah.
intolerant?
Alif, you're going to roll 3 d10.
Okay, 3 of these.
Yep, 3 of those. If there's double digits, just ignore the second digit and take the one in front.
Ah, okay. 1, 5, 4. So not 10.
10 plus your strength modifier of 5. That's going to do 15 points of bludgeoning damage
With the boat.
with the boat. As you do that, the center of the boat, there's a now tear. As you're holding on to the rows, your legs are on different sections of this boat.
I got it. I can pull it together.
As the boat is beginning to break apart, you get an aroma. It's like, oh, graham cracker. Makes sense.
Yummy.
Maybe had some marshmallows.
Right?
With that, Candida, it is your turn.
Okay, first of all,
At this point, the chocolate form is kind of bowing over all of you after being like punched in the gut. It is directly above all of you, pretty much.
first of all, Vonka, why is there a dead body inside of that chocolate ball?
Thank you for bringing it up. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to just do prestidigitation over and over again and see if that does anything before I try anything else.
Okay. Why must you disappoint me so often? Brilliant. So what are you doing in prestidigitation? What's the effect you're going for?
To like clean away
The chocolate.
the layers of melted chocolate on it, trying to get it smaller.
I appreciate the cleverness.
Okay.
I will allow it.
That's what happens when you try.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Okay. What are my skills? Can you pull up my Arcana? So
Yeah.
I'll have to leave my spell.
Your Arcana is +2.
6.
6. As you are like snapping, you guys watch as little sparkles and shimmers are like puffing off of the chocolate being. It's mainly just like you'll see a chocolate drop about to fall down and you watch as it vanishes. But besides like surface level condensation, you're not really doing a whole lot to this thing.
Okay.
That was your action. Any bonus actions? Anything else?
Okay.
So as a bonus action, you have your elemental gift.
Yeah.
And you can't use 2-weapon fighting because you used a spell as your action, unfortunately.
Okay. How far away from the end of the tunnel?
As you look just past the chocolate form, you do see a light that is beginning to make its appearance.
More than 30 feet away.
More than 30 feet, unfortunately. And by the way, this entire time, you guys have been consistently moving with the chocolate river. This chocolate being has been keeping in front of you, but your movement has not slowed. It's just everything is kind of keeping up with the pace of combat as you are moving forward and it is moving backwards at the same time.
Okay, well, I'll use one of my elemental gifts. Just to fly upward.
Okay.
So that I'm not on the sinking boat anymore.
Okay. Copy that. How does that look when you use your elemental gift?
She just kind of like puts her hands up and then slowly brings them down and starts hovering up to just as high as she can get in the tunnel.
As you do, the ring on your finger, you watch as an orange, almost like rusty light comes out of it. As you lift up your arms and push them down, these like gravelly earth tones begin to scent out as you begin to fly up. Okay. So you begin to fly up. Do you move anywhere else? Are you staying above the boat? Or are you like going down the tunnel?
I'll move slightly away. So let's say how tall is the tunnel?
It's about 20 feet.
Let's say I'm up 15 feet.
Okay.
Back 10.
Okay. You are moving out of its melee range, so it's going to take an opportunity attack against you.
Okay.
It is in its melting form, so it'll do so at disadvantage. No. As it takes a swipe at you in your direction, it just clips the very top of the boat, and you feel as it like shifts a little bit. The right side is beginning to kind of bow over as more chocolate begins to seep into the right side of what's remaining of the chocolate boat, or the graham cracker boat.
My outfit.
Chuck, row away! That's the end of my turn.
It is now Vonka's turn. Looking at the chocolate being, looking at the boat, he takes his staff and he kind of puts it down between the boat and the chocolate river begins to kind of force the two sides together. He's like, don't worry, everything's under control. He's going to use his turn just to kind of keep the boat intact as you guys are flowing down the river. But with that, Ari, it is your turn, and the Zoompa Oompas are going to increase speed a little bit.
Yes, he has nothing to say about the dead body.
Nope.
I was thinking, what if I also ran back there and ran as fast as I could, pushing the boat?
Like
Like on the thing.
Yeah.
It's like a speedboat.
It's a steamboat.
Go ahead and do that, and we'll make this an acrobatics check.
Okay.
I feel like that's the most fair way to do it, since you're more so about keeping on top of the water than you are pushing.
Yeah.
You're helping in that way.
Yeah. Okay. 12 plus.
Plus 5, so 17.
Yeah.
I'm also sorry if I backseat your skills. I just have all your sheets pulled up.
Faster.
Yeah.
Go for it.
As you begin to propel the boat forward, it begins to once again ram into the stomach of the chocolate being, you watch as a rip begins to open up in the center, bisecting the chocolate being a little bit. It takes another D10 worth of damage. Takes 5 more points. With that, staring up into the cavity as the light in front of you is beginning to shine more light into the tunnel, you look on the left side and you see what appears to be the bones of a leg and one half of a rib cage and an arm and half of a skull. And the same thing kind of mirrored on the other side. These bones, as you're getting a closer look, they're fragmented. They're not in one piece. But it seems as if a chocolate coating is keeping what seems to be pieces of it together as a bone should be. With that is going to be your action. Do you have anything as a bonus action that you'd like to do?
Does anyone see my dagger in there?
Actually, yeah. In the left side rib cage, your dagger is
In a ribcage.
yeah, it's in a rib cage.
Okay.
It's like caught between two ribs.
Yeah.
How far away does she get?
You guys are now about 20 feet away from the end of the tunnel.
Because I ran
Yes, thank you.
Same with Chuck. Right?
Yeah, I'm back
Yeah,
there,
Chuck is in between the Zumpas.
Move the ball.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm gonna leave it there for...
Okay.
Actually, go and roll it off to one side. We all know where it is, but I want the camera to be able to see you guys in your little cacophony of chaos here. But yes, I think that's everything you can do. I was looking at your bonus actions as kind of slim pickings.
Especially since I'm back there now. Yeah.
Annalyn, it is your turn.
Firstly, she's going to look at everyone and did you guys see a dead body?
Yeah.
As you look up, you see the skeleton in between the two masses.
Oh god. Alright, well, what the fuck? She's going to run right here
Okay.
and get as close to...
You're now between the two sections of the being itself.
Yeah. And actually I don't think she needs to be this close.
No problem.
She's going to be a little, not so close,
Okay.
but close enough. And she's just going to, again, quietly make actions and cast Chill Touch on the creature just to see what it does.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that for me. Is that a save or is that a you thing?
That is, I think I have to roll to hit it.
Yes. So
First.
go ahead and roll a d20 and add 8.
Said add 8.
Yep. Yes, yeah, add 8.
Yeah. It's going to be 13.
That'll hit.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll damage. And that's
Wow.
necrotic damage.
Yes. 2d8s. I think I only have 1d8.
I think so. If I could figure out what one is. Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
Wow. That's going to be 10 points of necrotic damage.
10.
10 points of that.
Would you like to describe this or would you like me to?
I would like you to. I've never done this before.
As you reach your hand up between the two sections, right where it comes to a center point, you reach up and this ghostly hand shoots out of your own form as it makes contact with the center. A black necrotic lightning begins to shoot veins down the side of the chocolate. You watch as the bones begin to turn into dust of sorts.
Centigrade.
At the same time, from around the bones, you hear boiling and sizzling as the form itself begins to lose its viscosity and down all around you. The being seems to be no more. And we are now out of combat. As the boat begins to make its way further down into the lane, you come out on the other side and you're met with a grand castle of sorts with white brick and a giant V and a golden font on the very front. The boat falls apart soon after you get out on the other side, and you all come out on the side of the shore with the factory in the distance.
Never drinking chocolate milk again.
I fly out of the tunnel. T-posed and everything.
Vonka gathering himself. Well, that was exciting, though, wasn't it?
Unacceptable!
You've clearly not heard the tales of the candy. It's all an immersive experience, of course. I heard you were all grand adventurers. I wanted to put you in a familiar element.
Person die?
There were bones.
Yeah, no. Are there human flesh bits in the chocolate?
Should we fear for our lives?
I think you've got some explaining to do.
Roll either one of you can roll persuasion with advantage, or one of you can roll intimidation with advantage.
Hold on, guys.
Or two people can roll separately.
I can roll for
I
us.
have advantage on both of those.
I have good persuasion.
I have good intimidation with +4.
I'm gonna let y'all handle that.
I've got a
So
+8 to both.
I'll let you
well
do
then,
it.
yeah.
I was like, how good is it?
It's a +7, so.
I win. All right. So you said either persuasion or intimidation. It's the same
Yep.
modifier, so I'm just.
so just roll
Yeah.
2d20, take the best.
Didn't work.
TT.
Okay, that was 8. So that's gonna be a 16.
16.
She'll let you roll.
Vonka looking at you all. We've had accidents in the past here in the factory. That being there was a previous visitor who unfortunately fell into the Chocolate River. But I assure you, we were working on a cure for him. I don't know how he ended up back in the Chocolate River.
A likely story.
The being
In the
is
river.
a chocolate ball with a human skeleton in it.
Were they already a skeleton before they went in the river? Or did they die and desiccate in the river?
They died and disintegrated elsewhere.
And then you threw them in the river?
No. They were somewhere else. I don't know how they got here, if I'm being quite frank with you all.
You said they were a previous visitor,
Yes.
So you know who they are.
Yes.
but you don't know how they got
Gone to
into
the river.
Yes, that was unfortunate previous guest, Mr. Gloop. Rest his soul. Anywho, shall we continue on to the factory?
I think I saw a news article about him. They said it was a car crash.
A car crash. A carriage crash.
Rest his soul before I burned him.
Alright. I'd believe a
And
boating
froze him.
accident at this point.
Yeah.
So shall we continue amongst the tour?
Do we have another choice?
Are there any other dead bodies?
Be honest.
Can we sue you once we leave?
There's no legal process in Candy Realm. Anyway, as he begins to make his way towards the factory, make another perception check for me. You, because you'd actually be looking out for this, I believe.
Oh, fuck. Only 3.
Only 3?
Yeah.
Okay, no
Well,
problem.
3 plus whatever I had.
What is it?
6, 9.
No, yeah, unfortunately not.
Still not very high.
As you all begin to make your way towards the factory, Vonka's. So your powers, that comes from your little ring?
Not so little, is it?
No, I guess I suppose not. I apologize if I offended. I was just mainly
Apology accepted.
curious.
No, it's not little. It's gorgeous. It's lovely.
Thank you.
How does it work?
Don't see how that's any of your concern.
Well,
I should be asking the questions here. We are on the tour.
I'm aware of your father, and
Everyone is.
I
I do. He's quiet.
Go ahead and Annalyn, make a history check for me.
Am I good at history? Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be a 19. I swear I'm dyslexic with numbers.
You remember a special little tidbit from the information available above of Mr. Clay Pepper. You remember the tale of an earth genie that fell in love with a mortal woman, and eventually Candida Pepper came into being. Now, The main reason I'm curious, and I don't mean to offend, I was once good friends with someone of your father's kind of lineage of sort. They helped me build Candy Realm. I could only imagine what your father would be capable of on, whatever you see your sights on. Maybe one day you'll have your own realm of sorts.
I already have all I need.
Of course.
Except for all the things you were supposed to be showing us. So, get along with it, little man.
Yes, of course, my apologies.
I have a question. Helped or enslaved? Question mark.
Sorry?
Were they actually helping, or were they enslaved?
They were helping.
Hmm.
And enslaved?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, since you out to see a few more things, take a look at some of this. And he reaches into his pocket. These are what I call break bars.
Don't eat it. You might blow up. Remember the bird.
A little piece for a little man.
Shut up. I'm not that short. I am short, but I'm a dwarf, and I'm proud of it, so change me back. Also, I would like to be changed
We're almost there, Mr.
Back
Chuck.
to what? This is what you always looked like.
Yeah, I don't remember you looking at it different, actually.
You guys would be dead if we didn't ram that monster. But it's fine. Let's focus on my skin color.
You actually made it worse.
I didn't have the monster, thank you.
Well, feel free to try.
When was this made? Before or after the dead body?
It's a great
That's a good
question. I don't want to
It's a
ingest
product that I'm
bits.
testing, so after, technically.
What does it do?
Well, it's a break bar. It gives you a break.
It gives you a
Break
break.
of what?
Like breaks your bones?
No, just like a break.
It smells like regular chocolate and maybe something else.
It's probably strawberry.
Oh.
I'll take over the two.
As you bite into the break bar, roll a d6 for me.
2.
Okay, that's good. You guys watch as Ari disappears.
Yeah, I'm not eating this anymore.
Oh, Vonka, what?
Am I still physically here?
No.
Yeah.
So
I'm lying.
basically,
Where did you go?
as you bite into this break bar,
Uh-huh.
you feel yourself teleported, and you open your eyes, and you are on a floating island. And you look around, and there's several other floating islands just in the sky. Roll an Arcana check for me.
Yeah, you 20.
Yep. That's a +1.
Hit.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. You can recognize that you're not on the same plane of existence that you once were. You watch as an air elemental flies its way past you, and about 6 seconds go by, and you guys watch as Ari reappears next to you.
Holy cow.
What happened? Are you alright?
Yeah, I was like on this weird floating island and somebody like flew past me and there was like a bunch of other floating islands. Can I go back?
Well, gives you another break bar.
I take a bite.
Okay, roll a d6 for me.
3.
That's good. As you take a bite, you feel yourself teleported. You guys watch as Candida disappears. You open your eyes, and you're in the middle of a very flat surface. You feel tile underneath you, and it's a very dark area. The floor seems to be made of a dark purple hue and stone, and there is pink and purple smog and haze all around you. As you look around, it's fairly empty.
Pink.
Boring.
As you say boring, you hear boring, boring, boring. And you feel your ring vibrate. It does not like being here. You can sense through your ring, it's like communicating its emotions with you. Something horrible happened here. And then you're back.
Okay.
Did you see him? Did you see him?
No.
Hmm?
I definitely got taken somewhere else. So
What? So it like, takes you to different places?
I guess so. It's a little
You
creepy.
died.
I mean, you guys are both back in one piece.
Roll d6.
3.
That's good. As you find yourself in the middle of similar scenario as Candido. Emptiness, void. As you look around, make a perception check for me.
Oh. Bad at these. That's a 2.
That's a two.
I'm trying to get
Math.
I'm just thinking about how I really don't like the strawberry flavor and candy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Are they actually good or bad?
I like them, but
I actually don't like strawberry flavor.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I ate that for the roleplay.
I see.
taking one for the team.
A few moments go by, just emptiness, blankness.
So when do I go back?
And do I go back, and you're back.
well,
I think I'll leave that one to you. You seem to enjoy it. I don't.
Did you go to the same place?
It was like there was like this floor and there was like smog.
Yes,
it was like an
echoing.
echo.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where I went.
Ew.
Kind of creepy.
no floating islands.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll try it. I
Yes, you got
can't.
a 50-50 chance.
Clearly. And as long as I'm not with you haters.
Roll a d6 for
We
me.
said bye haters.
3.
Oh,
3. You end up in the same place. Make a perception check for me.
you love this place.
Wow, it's just because I rolled a 2. I got a good place.
Oh.
And you have advantage on perception.
Alright.
That's good.
Thank God. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so we're at a 5.
Wow.
We don't know this shit.
Wow.
There we go.
You are there in the void. A few moments go by. And eventually,
I'd like to try walking in the void. Can I try walking in the void?
you know from seeing how fast people disappear and come back that you don't have a lot of time.
It's like 6
So,
seconds.
yeah, it's 6 seconds. So are you sprinting or are you just
Yeah, I'm
walking?
sprinting.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
How fast can you sprint in the void?
In the void. Nice.
17 plus 8.
Wow.
Wow.
Very
Wow.
fast.
I can go super
As you are.
Forrest
Small
Gump.
man running in the void.
Yeah. As you are sprinting, you make contact with something. As you fucking stand up, put your hands out, you feel like a wall. And it feels slightly curved.
This is kind of fishy, guys.
Make a second perception check for me.
Damn, you notice all of this in 6 seconds.
Right.
18 plus 2, 20.
Okay. 1 second.
Sir, powerful 6 seconds.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
These are the longest 6 seconds ever.
Yeah. Also, what kind of break is that? 6 seconds?
Right.
What if you have like kids? Like, I need a break.
If there was like a euphoria or something that also came with it, that would be great.
that would be.
You come back rejuvenated.
Yeah.
We need to tell Vonka about this. Enhance your recipe.
Give him some notes.
It's the least he can do.
I think that's why we're here.
I hope so.
You did say
I don't know
candy
why.
tester.
And then, Chuck, you're back.
Wheel.
And Wonka just... So, how was that, everybody?
I'm like already giving him notes on things he can improve on.
Alright.
Oh.
What'd you see? What'd you see? What'd you see?
I saw it's almost like a fishbowl and kind of thing where you can run. I went to the void place, and it's almost like a fishbowl, because if you take off running, eventually you hit a side that's all curved. And even though the glass is very tinted dark, you can see outside, and there are figures out there. They're big. They're big ones. So
Interesting.
something isn't right here. Something smells rotten in the state of Denmark.
Denmark, I've never been there.
Where's Denmark?
I've never heard of that place.
Oh, Land DeMarco. Of course.
Anyways, as I was saying, if you just give a rejuvenational feeling once you come back,
Well,
would
there's the
work
skin
out
cream.
a little bit. No, not the skin. I'm talking about
Oh.
with the break.
Oh.
Because right now it's not much of a break, is it really?
I see.
You're
I think
so
it's
right.
saying we're in danger. We're in danger.
But we're not in that realm, so how would that affect?
Because clearly he
Yes.
can get to that realm.
Well, only if we eat this nasty chocolate.
It is quite nasty.
You know what?
Yeah, it's
Never
okay.
mind.
I think it's
That's-
maybe like a fresher strawberry.
My
flavor.
apologies. Yes, of course. I'll get the Zoompas right on that. Zoompa 1, Zoompa 2. Strawberries, go.
That's their names?
Yes, I number all of my Zoompas.
Who's your favorite?
You're number 407.
Screw you! I'm not a Zumba. I would like to be changed back.
Again, like I said, we're almost there. Vonka begins to take a step, and you guys feel the rumbling of the ground, and he freezes.
Such a earthquake.
It's the giants I saw.
Or a ram cracker quake? I don't really know what we're standing on right now.
I'm sure it's nothing. And he continues on forward. You guys approach the very front of the Vonka factory with its white bricks and its grand slatted metal entry where the crossbars kind of meet. You actually have to cross over a bit of the chocolate river. This was supposed to be leading you right up to the front door. Instead, you watch as a drawbridge sits in front of you. As the Zoompa 1 and Zoompa 2 are in front of you, and they're looking over at the gate. They go, boss, gate's not opening. Huh.
Seems like you don't have very good control of your castle, Vonka.
Well, I'm sure they were anticipating me arriving by boat.
That didn't work out so great for you, did it?
Chuck, you feel something at your foot. And you look down and you see a squirrel.
Hey, does anybody else think it's kind of weird that with all these candy animals, there's a real life flesh and blood squirrel here?
Oh, how cute!
No. Have you seen one
I
before?
would like to try to
There
pick
was
it up.
one right outside the tunnel.
Candida, make an animal handling
The
check.
other way.
Slightly concerning to me.
I mean, how do you know it's a real
15.
flesh and blood squirrel? It could be
15.
a
Do you want me to shoot it?
No.
I didn't know.
See? There you go.
Why
As
wouldn't
you
you shoot the candy one either?
you put your hands down and the squirrel kind of runs over to you.
A yoink.
As you begin to pick it up, Vonka's like, I wouldn't do that. Careful.
Oh, hello.
And you look at it, and it's really innocent looking. It's nice and calm and sweet.
Adorable little thing.
You notice one of its eyes are kind of glassed over. Maybe it looks like it may be blind in one eye.
Oh, what happened to your
And
eye?
Vonka's like, really, honestly, diseases are very extensive in Candy Realm. You don't
Yeah,
want...
no wonder. There's dead bodies in the river. I don't think the squirrel's gonna hurt me at this point.
I think you should put the squirrel down.
Why are you so upset about it?
He looks around.
Why?
I pet its head.
He comes over to the squirrel.
Leave him alone.
May I?
What are you going to do to it?
He had a skeleton in his river. Nothing
Examine it. It's an escaped project. I have to see if it's in good condition.
No, I think I will hang on to it.
Figure out your bridge first. We'll take care of the
I put it
squirrel.
in my bag.
Yeah, oh guy, smuggle him out.
He takes his staff. One moment, I'll be right back. And you watch as he lifts his staff up, and it kind of glows with like a pink-purple aura as he is like dragged by it through midair. He goes onto the other side of the drawbridge, and you can hear. At this point, Emma, you feel the squirrel jumping around a little bit in your bag. As it pokes its head out, you see that it has a small piece of paper in its mouth.
I flick the paper out. But I like poke its head back into the bag. Like, he's gonna try to hurt you.
The paper says, "Do not trust him. You're all here for a reason."
I crinkle it up really like tiny crushed. I'm just like stuff it back in the bag.
And with that, we're going to take a very small break. And we'll get back to this wonderful candy adventure right after this fade to black or break messages. Who knows? See you soon. Hey there, everybody. This is Future James coming to you live from the editing station. I just wanted to pop in for the break message and just say that thank you all so much. This has really meant a lot to see all the traction that the channel is getting. I know it's not a lot comparatively to other things, but it's been a lot for us. I really appreciate all the views, all the likes and comments. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this episode, this one shot, as much as we enjoyed recording it for all of you. Just as a reminder as well, not everyone at this table has a lot of D&D experience. I'm sure that's kind of obvious to some degrees, but we're having fun, and we hope you guys are enjoying it and having just as much fun watching it. So thank you guys again, and we'll see you now. And welcome back. As the drawbridge begins to lower, you hear noises on the other side of the stone and wooden slat as it begins to lower. It sounds like impacts, like as the drawbridge finishes lowering, Vonka is standing there. Welcome to the Vonka factory. And you watch as a few Zoompas are making their way away from him.
Finally.
I think I would like to show you all a little special room that I've been working on, the chocolate paper room. I've been refining it. It's been working for a long time, but you know what I mean. As he begins to lead you off to the side of this grand courtyard, the interior filled with what appear to be cookies as tiles and circles, and in between those circles and the little absences there are plates of dark chocolate, creating this grand pattern on the floor.
I will say, Vonka, you're a lunatic, but you have a great style.
Thank you. I have a great taste, some would say.
I will be taking notes of this courtyard.
Well, when you have your own candy realm, and I'm sure you will, or your own realm in general, you'll be able to make it exactly as you wish in your mind's eye.
I can already do that, but...
As he leads you over to a door, you enter into this room that is nothing but white everywhere. The floor is white, the walls are white, the ceiling is white. And in the middle of this room stands a podium. On this podium, you see a giant chocolate bar. On the far wall, where the chocolate bar is facing, there is a misty, milky void. You watch as it riffs like curtains and sloshes like milk on a vertical surface. Now, allow me to show you something interesting. As he pulls out a sheet of his 2D chocolate, and you see on the paper this chocolate bar on a white pedestal, very similar to what you're looking at now, except everything in here is huge. As he begins to walk towards the milky vertical wall, he shows the paper, And you can see now, standing next to this giant podium of chocolate, you see a very tiny Vonka. So if you want to see something really sketchy, watch this. And he reaches his hand into the 2D paper, and from behind him, you see a giant Vonka hand, where he is like standing here, and his hand is puppeting over him. Very amusing, right? Yeah?
This should be breaking some kind of laws.
I mean, amusing is the word. I see you're quite a fan of the void.
Oh, I mean,
Planes, planetary laws, something.
Can I
something
try?
doesn't seem right here.
can you try?
Yeah.
You want to reach in?
Yeah. Do the paper.
As you reach in, a second hand appears next to Vonka's. Like,
What happens if you try and grab the other person? Can you just get stuck in an infinite loop of trying to grab yourself out of the paper?
best not try that. Last individual that happened to, we had to take him to the stretcher. And not the medical sort. Anyway,
You probably don't want to go to the stretcher.
Sounds like a torture device.
Blink twice if you need help. Zumbas.
the giant hand.
You're quite the risk taker.
Annalyn, you want to get a closer look?
I'll take a look, but I don't know if I'll quite put my hand in it.
No problem. As you approach the podium, you feel a rustling in your backpack.
I peek in at the squirrel.
As you peek in, the squirrel's looking at you, and the tail is like flicking like crazy.
What? What is it?
As you're looking at the squirrel, you hear 3, 2, 1. The squirrel flies out of your backpack, jumping out. As it does, taking shape into a older woman with an eye patch over her eye, wavy hair filled with gray and white streaks. Let me send a photo here.
What?
Okay.
Give me 1
Get it,
second.
Granny.
Is she bad?
She's wearing brown clothes, what seems to be a dyed version of the uniforms that the Zoompa Oompas are wearing. On her shoulder, there is a fur pattern that seems to be made out of squirrel.
Not a squirrel at all.
Mr. Squirrel?
As she does, she turns towards Vonka and she begins to charge at him. Vonka seeing her, like, brave.
Get him, Granny!
He
Zoom out of the way.
pulls out his staff, and as he begins to look as if he's going to point it at her, he swings it around and points behind him. His hand still within the milky void. You watch as it jolts out, Annalyn going to reach for you. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
What in the heck?
This is why I zoomed out of the way.
I would like to.
No!
It didn't land in the dice tray, so you can roll it again.
Use the water table.
That's a-
That's a 6.
The 6.
So that's a no.
So you are now grappled in the hand.
Are we
And you
rolling
begin-
initiative?
We are about to.
Ah.
You begin to get dragged towards the milky void. Go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
Please. Watch, I'm gonna roll really
hell
well.
yeah.
Oh, 1.
Got that neck.
3.
I'll be last.
That is a
I zoomed really far.
dirty 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, Alif, what did you get?
3.
And
I got a 6 again.
Thank you.
okay.
I'm rolling so poorly today. It's killing me.
Got the notifications on.
Candida, it is your turn. All you see is this older woman polymorph from a squirrel out of your backpack and begin to charge after Vonka, as he then does something with the portal behind him and reaches out and grabs Annalyn very forcibly and begins to drag her backwards.
Is he about to shrink her?
Help!
Stop me! Please!
Me first.
Yeah, your turn.
Oh god. Okay.
Audience, if you hear snoring, my cat is asleep in my lap.
He's a sleepy baby.
He's stuck there.
Okay, I will cast Mage Hand,
Mage Hand. Okay.
and I will start having a tug of war with the other giant hands
Okay.
to try to wrestle her out of
So-
the grasp of the Willy Wonka hands.
I see what you're trying to do. Allow me to reflavor it so it works in your favor.
Okay.
Mage hand is typically the same size as your hand.
Okay.
What you're thinking of is Bigby's hand, which is a huge giant hand.
I see.
However, you do have a copy of 2D chocolate with you. He handed them out as you all entered, which is why you have your hand currently there as well. You send your mage hand through the 2D chocolate paper,
That is what I do.
and you watch as this giant mystical hand comes out on the other side and grabs kind of like the wrist of Vonka's hand
Yeah, bitch.
as you're trying to like force his hand to stay present and like buying Annalyn more time.
Correct.
I need
Yes.
you to roll an Arcana check, and Vonka will do the same.
I'm scared. Me too. Me too. Okay.
Your natural roll just barely beat it. If you have any pluses.
19.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
As the hand is beginning to go backwards, Annalyn in its grasps, your mage hand
Yeah.
grabbing on, keeping it in place. Vonka looking towards you. Okay.
I like her.
With that, it is this older woman's turn. As she rushes forward, you watch as she reaches into her breast pocket and pulls out a vial of what appears to be purpley, glittery liquid. She tosses it into the air behind Vonka, and you watch as she extends her hand as a vine of thorns cracks open this vial. It turns into a smoke, and from that smoke falls a figure. Falling down behind Vonka is what appears to be a Zoompa Oompa. They... Let's see. Let me describe them. Where are you? Where are you? Show me. It was one of the first... There we go. This Zoompa Oompa, instead of having completely orange hair, they have a mop of white hair that meets an orange at the end. They have white facial hair, and instead of their eyes being that pink and purple haze, their eyes are completely red. They're wearing what appears to be dark chocolate armor and a ripped Zoompa Oompa uniform that kind of forms a white handkerchief cloth on his shoulders and neck. As he comes down, he's wielding what appears to be a glaive, the handle of which seems to be made out of pretzel, and the blade is a candy-colored sour apple blade sharpened at the end. As he comes down, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on Vonka, so he's going to go ahead and roll. Okay. And then Vonka needs to roll concentration. So, sorry, that was a lot of things just happened. So, he drops down behind Vonka and stabs him through the arm with the sour apple glaive. In that moment, the hand releases you, Annalyn, and you watch as it's just there being held by the mage hand. Vonka turns around and goes, "You will work with me, whether you like it or not."
Slavery, I knew it.
The older woman runs up and kicks Vonka
Where? In the shin, I hope.
in the abdomen.
Okay, that's good too.
she attempts to kick
Oh.
Should I
Vonka.
Shin?
Yeah.
She's a little too old.
Right.
as she goes to go for a really forceful kick, ends up flying past him, and he watches he takes his cane and follows up and bats her across the face. With that, it is... What name was this? Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that was Vonka. Okay. Annalyn, it is your turn. You are now free, and this mysterious Zoompa Oompa stands next to you. You take a closer look at him. I will send the photo now.
Don't let him do you like that, girl boss.
Oh, he's gritty. I'm going to kind of find my footing after being forcibly grabbed and pulled.
Yeah.
Gonna maybe take a step back and look around and look at Vonka and go, "What is wrong with you?"
All a matter of business. I apologize. I'm sure you'll understand one day.
Condescending much?
Just never do that again.
We are still in combat, and Vonka is staring at you as if he's planning his next move.
It's not over.
No.
Can I just run away from him?
Yeah, if you want to use your move.
I'm just gonna move away. I'm just gonna get as far away from him as I can. In this
No
room.
problem. As you begin to sprint away from him and the older woman and the Zoompa Oompa, make a perception check for me.
Ooh, my favorite.
My favorite. Yeah, you.
Wow.
Oh.
It's a 19.
I don't know.
Looking over at the Zoompa Oompa, the facial features look familiar. I'm trying to figure out why.
I'm gonna throw up. Damn.
Chat. We're getting ready. No.
Anywho, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Chuck, it's your turn.
Okay. I am gonna pull out my sticky ass wad of gum and fucking throw it on Vonka
Okay.
so it gets stuck to the damn floor.
As you take out the stick of gum and you throw it in your mouth, you begin to chew it for ever so slightly. You begin to feel it getting stickier and stickier. You take it out and you throw it. I need you to roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier, which for you is +2.
Oh. 7.
7? Okay. As you throw it, it falls short. Same as your action. Anything with your bonus action?
Oh,
Well, you have your rage.
oh yeah, let me use that real quick.
Alrighty, so you've activated your rage.
Yes.
Seeing an opportunity to really flex your fucking muscles, you guys watch as Chuck, a vein sprouts in his fucking forehead. And you watch as his muscles get a little bigger as he...
Ooh, beefy.
An angry Zoompa Oompa.
Screw you guys! I'm not a Zumba Oompa, and you're lucky I'm madder at fucking Willy Wonka than y'all. I would like to go after Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka is going to use a legendary action.
Oh.
He's going to do so to attempt a grapple. Or no, he's going to do so to try to break free of a grapple, I should say. So roll an Arcana check for me, and I will roll an Athletics check for him.
I think my Arcana's +2. Yeah, so 9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. You watch as Vonka begins to break free of your mage hand. Chuck, you feel in this moment of Vonka attempting this action, this exertion, you feel butterflies in your stomach, almost like the early onsets of a panic attack. And you feel your knees get a little weak. As you see Vonka pulling away. once he breaks free, the weariness of you wears off. You're good. Breaking free of the mage hand, it is now Ari's turn. That was all he could do with this legendary action.
Can I run up to him and try to pop him over the head with my quarterstaff?
Yeah, go for it. So as you begin to sprint forward, at fucking breakneck speed, might I add.
He barely sees me. 16. What kind of throw was that anyway?
So that was your quarterstaff, so 16 plus... I don't see a quarterstaff in your inventory.
Quarterstaff and warning is still...
Oh, okay. Wait, so why did that not appear? Oh, here it is. I was on the wrong sheet. So plus 4 brings that to a dirty 20. And are you doing this one-handed or 2?
2.
Roll 1d8 and add 1.
Six plus 2? You said?
1d8 plus 1.
Oh, 7.
7. So that's 7 points of damage as you whack him across the head. Anything else to the turn?
Dash away.
Okay. As you begin to dash away, Vonka attempts to hit you with his cane as well, but you were just far too fast as you duck out of the way. How far back do you go? Just back to your starting point?
Back to where she was.
Back to where... Okay, awesome. As you're standing next to Annalyn. With that, Candida, it is your turn.
Okay.
Vonka looking out at all of you, says, "This will all make sense one day. I do promise you."
I don't want to know. I'm gonna cast Shatter on Vonka.
Okay. That's what saved for me?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Constitution.
25?
25. Okay, he saves.
Love you. I believe that's still half damage though, so go ahead and roll
Okay.
your damage, which for your shatter spell is 4d8. You have enough d8s? Probably don't. Bet you don't.
I thought it said 3d8.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you're right. No, you're right.
No, it says increases by 1.
Oh, you're a warlock, so
Okay.
all your spells are cast at the highest level that you can cast them at the time. So that's a 3rd level shatter. It's gonna use one of your spell slots. So 2 more d8 for you.
Okay. 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 21? Is that over? Yeah, 21.
Have to, we'll say 11.
Yes.
Okay. With that, you watch as a bit of blood kind of trickles out of his ears from this loud cacophonous boom that goes off near him. I believe Shatter also affects 10-foot radius. I need to roll for the old lady and the Zoompa Oompa as well.
Whoopsie.
What's your spell save DC?
15.
Okay. They both also take 11 points, but they both saved. You watch as the Zoompa Oompa kind of covers his ears and recoils. The older woman, hearing the disruptions, balls her fists as she begins to bear the pain. With that, it is the old lady's turn, though, and she is going to run over to Vonka, and she's going to
Kick him in the shins.
kick him in the shins.
The chair. Give him the chair.
She's going to attempt to shove him through the Milky Void.
Through the wall.
Yeah, through the wall.
Quick question, is that how I use those spells?
Yep, you did it.
Okay.
You did it!
Did the thing.
Yay!
No avail, unfortunately, as she could not seem to make the hit. The Zoompa Oompa is going to look over in your direction, Annalyn, and he just goes, I'm so sorry. It's been so long. As he pulled out his glaive, he's going to swing it at Vonka. That's fine.
Well, ding.
You watch as he chops as Vonka's hat disappears as it cuts it in half.
No.
Vonka seeming to take a little bit of damage from it, actually.
I just love his hat so much.
It's like, oh,
I'm lost in a
You watch a trickle of blood comes out from under his hair. It seems like it didn't just get the hat.
Oh.
Emotional damage, though.
Emotional damage. With that, it is Vonka's turn, and he's looking at the group. He's looking at the situation. He's okay. You'll know where to find me. And he takes his staff, and he onto the ground, and you watch as he disappears. We are now out of combat.
That was all just a plan for you to be able to take off your hat.
Totally. Yeah. I love it. I'm gonna find a reason to ditch the jacket next.
whoa.
Oh, I know.
Some really slow striptease. What is this?
I post all my D&D videos to the hub just in case.
That's
Anyway.
the true place for gamers.
I've heard that works.
It is, apparently, yeah.
I would know firsthand. Or I would not know firsthand. Anyway, you're left in this white, cacophonous room with these two new figures in front of you. The Zoompa Oompa rushing over in your direction. As he...
You know this little green man?
It's a very long story.
Daddy-o.
I still. Oh, what did he do to you?
I came to investigate Mr. Vonka on crimes of imprisonment and arcana destruction. There's only one way out of here, and he has it locked up.
Mm?
I've been trapped here since. And the older lady coming up next to him. My son. That's not what she says. It's what I say. My issues here, everybody. My son. Kissing your grandma.
Scarlet, your grandma?
Wow. Reunion.
As she comes up next to the Zoompa Oompa, she walks up. Emiliano, the plan didn't work, which is unfortunate for several reasons. Nice to meet all of you. Sorry to interrupt your tour, but I promise it's better than the results that would have come. My name is Veruca. I was one of the previous winners.
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 Oh, golden ticket winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
So,
like all
so
of
what
us.
happens to the winners? I have so many questions.
We found
It's
one
such
of them
bad
dead
vibes.
already.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, this is my dad, by the way. This thing over here, that's my dad.
Ah.
That's my father.
So how did you be?
Lemons.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. What is this place, and why are we actually here?
Well, I was sent here on a mission with the Sorcerers Guild to investigate Mr. Willy Wonka. There were reasons to believe, through information from the occasional winners in the past. Winners. Essentially, they'd been charmed. They come here, they see all the grand things, and some of them make it out and some of them don't, and because of that, they can't leave as they came. Through some investigations, we learned of Vonka's power, his intent and his capturing of a genie.
You are right. Enslavement.
I knew it! I knew it!
That's what all this is from. It's the power of a djinn. He's transformed this plane into his own making and turned its denizens into, well, this.
That's why he turned you green.
I can tell.
Makes sense that he would have a djinn's help.
And
I don't believe he has this much class.
it explains too when we went to that plane where what was it? Basically where I ran and I found a wall. That must have been the genie's bottle or the djinn's bottle, because 4 figures outside. There were four people left outside.
I think you're correct, and it's why Veruca and I have been trying to attack in opportune moments, because we say that he used a djinn, but we don't believe he has the full access to that power as he once did.
Oh my god, were you guys inside his orb?
That is the container that he once held, yes.
So, if we could eat more of that candy and get back there, maybe we could,
I'm sorry? Candy?
If we could, the candy. The candy.
The break time.
We went there.
The break time.
I would fare very carefully when it comes to anything candy related that Mr. Vonka has made. There was Mr. Gloop, Mr. Glump, copyright, Mr. Glump, who, as you saw, turned into a chocolate monstrosity. And there is another individual who walks around as a 9-foot, thin, stretched being of mindless direction following.
That must be the stretcher.
Oh god. The stretcher.
And you'd be very lucky to make it through Candy Realm without coming across the giant blue hill giant rushing over the fields. All results of failed experiments, all results of previous winners, not to be tampered with.
This only lasts 6 seconds.
Let me see it. Z takes it.
A candy.
You watch as he closes his eyes and puts his hand over it. Just as I thought. What is the name of this?
Break time.
Break time. Very funny, because it has a 1 in 6 chance of breaking a limb.
I knew it. I knew it. What did I say? Breaking bones.
The more Vonka's power has been dwindling, the more severe the outcomes of this candy has created. He has no control anymore, and I imagine that's why he brought you here, Candida Pepper. You brought a genie, a power source, directly to him.
Well, not exactly.
I mean, you are here.
You mean your ring?
Yeah.
You're right here.
It connects me to him, I suppose, but he's not physically here.
I think we need to cut our losses and start worrying.
And what kind of genie is your father?
Earth?
Now, if, hypothetically, Vonka could use a genie of the realms, a genie of the astralness, to create this, what could he do with an earth genie?
Nothing good.
I never went to school. I don't know.
We need to get out of here. We have no chance of actually beating him, but the only way out is through his office, which I'm sure he's now gatekeeping from us.
Is that what he said? I know where I'll be.
So, where is his office?
A few stories up. All it is a ride through the glass elevator.
Dangerous?
It can be.
Seems a bit.
No stairway out.
Vonka hates stairs, and honestly, who can blame him?
I mean, I get up like this, so I don't really care.
Okay, so let's all aboard that glass elevator. I mean, We know we have to. There's no other option.
There's no other choice. So, I mean, look what they did to the man. He was a great man.
True.
And your father is now several feet shorter.
He was a great man.
Get it, so gesture down.
So they turned him into an
Zumba.
a Zoompa Oompa.
I mean, apparently, I wasn't
They
there
did.
when it happened.
And is that also what they did to...
They're trying. I'm not one.
The effects are permanent after an evening.
Okay, so let's get moving, everybody. let's keep going here.
Turn my dad into a Zoompa Oompa.
Wait, how long has your dad been away? Oh, you're stuck that longer than an evening.
Yeah.
Maybe some time. It's been a couple years,
Yeah.
maybe. It's been a while.
Sorry, mister.
Veruca coming over to all of you. I'm trying to figure out where you two play in.
I just stole 15 chocolate bars off of a passed out dude. I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
What did that man look like?
Hard to say. He had a hood over his head. Kind of slumped over. Didn't really get a good look at him.
Okay.
Kind of lanky, tall-ish.
We're going to flash back to all of your winnings. Chuck, as you are back in your bar, being made fun of looking like a Zoompa Oompa, as you stole that candy bar from the Green Wizard. You remember it clearly.
I do.
Annalyn,
Dumbass wizard.
you're recalling back to receiving your chocolate bar as a part of a gift. To the older man with shaggy hair and the aristocrat look to him. Ari, you're remembering the hobo on the side of the street with 15 chocolate bars for some reason. And you're remembering the grand chef / aristocrat who was tired of gambling.
Oh my gosh.
So, two of us weren't supposed to be here.
No,
Or-
they're all the same guy.
You all describe what this individual looks like, and Veruca's nodding her head. That would be Mr. Pale. He was in my winning category group. And as I suspected, he's working with Mr. Vonka. Okay.
Mr. Pale's beard game on point, though.
So true.
Disguise game on point.
Yeah, really. We've been played.
I was just a man with a mustache.
We've been had.
My point is, you two wouldn't be here if there wasn't a reason. And if we don't know what those reasons are, we should be careful with your roles in this plan.
I have an endless cup of coffee. I bring that to the table.
He gave me the skincare when I came in.
I didn't get any of that.
Not anymore.
I also have one of
Emiliano
those.
comes over and, mind if I?
You're also anti-mine.
Sure. He holds them both and he focuses. Here you go. Here you go. Upon one use, it's totally fine. Normal works as you may intend. But after a second, maybe a third, it has addictive properties. And not only is it addictive, it has a 1 in 6 chance of severely aging you in your life.
I don't have that much of it left anyway.
He's trying to hook you on drugs, though.
Oh, but I gotta stay for the cat. Okay. I know.
I think it's time that we go pay Mr. Vonka a visit.
If you will. And then
That's yes, that's what I said. God. Okay.
Can we all fit in the elevator?
As you begin to, so as you leave the white void room here in this courtyard, you begin to make your way towards the front of the actual entranceway. This courtyard had little side sections, which one of them was the chocolate 2D paper room. As you enter into the main hallway, you see leading to a grand stairwell, and at the very top, a single door, which is plated in a very silver-looking metal you recognize as an elevator door is what we would recognize it as, and lining the way all the way up is Zoompa Oompas.
Bless you.
Standing at attention, creating this aisle for you of sorts.
Waving hand in front of face. In the open.
All of you make a perception check for me. Yeah, are you comfy? You little asshole?
17.
18.
6. 23.
Oh.
Ooh.
20.
20?
17.
17?
23.
23?
18.
Damn it. She went far.
Yes.
You get a few steps forward, and you begin to notice their shoes seem a little strange. It seems as if there is writing on the end of each of their shoes in a line. Some on this side, some on this side. And as you're beginning to read it, you read a bit of a poem.
Shoes.
On one shoe, you see the word Zoompa. On the next shoe, you see the word Oompa. Doopity do. I have a strange proposition for you. Zoompa Oompa doopity dee. Do what you must to set us all free. And as they are standing there, obeying Vonka's commands, you watch as they're glancing down, making sure you get the message.
Blink twice if you're in danger.
I wink at them as we walk by.
As you all begin to approach the elevator door, you push a button.
Daddy Zoompa. What?
Oh my god. What the heck?
What's the catch to this glass evader thing?
Well,
How dangerous is it?
I would say we have about a 50-50 shot of making it to the room that we want to go, and a 50% shot of either being thrown out of the ceiling into the sky or brought to the incorrect room. It's just kind of a matter of guesswork.
Like three-way.
Do you know where to go? Because I can fly. Could always just smash through the roof of the elevator, and I could carry us one at a time to where we need to go if you know where we're going.
I unfortunately don't know where in this stone, candy, whatever structure his office lies. The only way I've ever been to it was one time through this glass elevator, and you'll notice that it does not move in traditional up and down fashions.
What if we set fire to the whole place?
I suppose some of it would melt.
Yeah, I mean, some of it would melt, but if we started, setting fire to the floors, floor by floor, then eventually, like, just smoke him out. We'll smoke him out, and we'll also know where the exit is, and two, we'll also know if there's a different exit, because he'll run toward the exit.
I just look at all the Oompa Loompas lined up in the hallway, like,
Their eyes.
It's like, I don't think they can run. And
A sacrifice. He's willing to make.
I don't know if that's a sacrifice for him. He's just a little racist against these guys.
I mean, they're all people, aren't they? That have just been transformed into Zoompa Oompas. That's just not fair.
it might not be fair.
What if that was you? What if that was you at the end of the day? I'm sorry.
What if it was me?
I mean, she'd kill me anyway. Because, good lord, I wouldn't want to be one anyway. But
Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, could we start a small fire and fill the place up with smoke and not kill everybody, but smoke them out?
The odds are likely no.
Smoke kills.
Can I just get in the elevator and see what happens? God damn.
You like tapping your foot at light speed.
This one really likes to try things.
If it'll make you feel any better, what if I just went in by myself?
Well, you have a chance of being separated from the group. And since we don't know what Vonka wants with you, that could be exactly what he wants.
Then one person go with me.
What if you checked, well, we don't know where he is, right? Would
In his office, hypothetically.
And you know where the office is.
No.
No.
So why doesn't she use her super speed to...
The elevator is the only way.
I was literally like,
I know, but
wall elevator. And
I know, but if we
Mario
went
jumped
up
the
the
wall.
elevator...
How strong?
Right, but I'm saying, like, once we get off the elevator, you know.
Oh,
Can't
like
check?
just stay there and I go.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
As you all enter into the elevator, the Zoompa Oompa standing a little more well put together. Welcome. I believe. Dink! Immediately, as you're thrown upward and to the left, as you begin to fly at breakneck speed.
Oh.
As this elevator is made primarily of glass, you're watching as stone and piping and all kinds of behind-the-scenes stuff that would probably never be seen from an exterior point of view. You're seeing the rafters, the cacophony of brilliance, to be honest. As you quickly fly by multiple rooms, you get a quick glance of a few of them. One is a room filled with golden eggs and swans that are flying all above. Another room that you see is, strangely enough, as you're zooming by, you see the 2D paper chocolate room. And you know that this elevator would not have been able to get to the courtyard from where it was. You're getting a sense that none of this fucking makes sense. You're getting the sense that there is none. I need to roll a D percentile. Or actually, Alif, roll a D percent for me. So it's going to be a D10, and the D10 without the numbers on it. Yep.
Right?
Nope.
This
They're...
That
Oh,
one.
no.
This one. with the-
This one?
Yeah, and then another one. Pick up another one.
Oh.
Yeah.
74.
So 74. Okay. That's good.
Okay.
As you... Ding! And the doors open up. Just down the way, you see, strangely enough, you seem to be outside. As you step out of the elevator, there's green licorice grass. You see a stone cookie crumble kind of cobble, as well as what appears to be frozen water, but made of sparkling everlight and glitter. Just up the hill a bit, you see Vonka standing, cane in hand.
This doesn't seem like much of an office.
You see two machines at his left and his right. And he's standing on what appears to be a wooden stage, almost.
Man, he likes himself.
You're filming.
On the path just to the right, before you get closer up to him, there is a third machine. All these machines seem to have saws or spinning connections on them.
Of course.
And with that, allow me to get this cat off my lap and bring forward the battlefield.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Two, one,
This is where all our candy comes.
two.
Oh.
Wow. It's
Oh
made out of
my god.
So,
Now I know where the rest of these went.
Just dying.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh, the Q-tips are intentional. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, support.
Alrighty, there we go. So, with Candy Force, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Candy Force 6 down there. I need you all to roll initiative. As you all enter in,
Do I roll
Vonka.
for my girl as well?
I'll roll for her. I'll roll for her and then Daddy Zumba.
Oh, natural 20.
6.
Let's go.
10.
5.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I keep forgetting this thing.
Here, 1
11.
second. Could I get results 25 to 20? What was yours? What was your result?
24.
Wow. 20 to 15. Nobody? Okay. Veruca is right underneath you, Candida. 15 to 10? Or you? 10?
11.
11?
2. Wait,
Oh, really?
Oh, wow. That was gas.
There's some big gaps between these numbers.
Yeah. Papa Zoom. And I need to roll for fucking the Zoompas. They're moving in 2 waves. And then roll for Vonka. Okay. Candida, you were up first. So as you come out of the elevator, you see Vonka standing there with all of his Zoompa Oompas in this candy fever night dream, that if you wish. These machines are kind of spewing out a pink and purple haze. They're kind of giving off the sounds of a motor, like firing back, just like a... But with that, it is... Emma, it's your turn.
Right.
Little scroller over there. And Ari, you were on deck.
What?
Trying to figure out my range. Okay. Would you say that he's 120 feet from me?
Well, let's count.
I think maybe, yeah.
I definitely think so.
Okay. I want to do. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so roll 2d20.
Okay.
Aiming for this thing? Or him?
You're aiming for Vonka,
I was
right?
aiming for Vonka, yeah.
Go for it.
Yahoo.
Okay, am I taking the highest or lowest?
Those are both of your attacks. You shoot 2 things. So,
Okay, so 18 and 5.
the 18 hits, the 5 does not. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, and that is 1d10, which is this one. Ooh, 3. That's a 3.
Can I help you, little sir?
Oh, I was a little sure.
He's like, ooh, a paper bag to fuck with.
Okay, so yeah, basically for people who don't know, a beam of crackling energy strikes towards a creature within range. And it hits, so he takes 3 damage.
That was all?
Yeah, 1d10.
Well, you hit 2. No, yeah, you hit 1, so 3
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, I don't see any like pluses or anything to it.
Yeah.
Well. And that is my
Alrighty.
action.
Yep, anything with your bonus action?
Can I put on an item?
You already have it equipped.
The rope?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right.
So you'll have that for next turn.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. With that, Ari, it is your turn. But before that, Willy Wonka is going to take a legendary action. He's going to...
Didn't like that I zapped him so far.
No, he did not. He's going to spend 2 legendary actions to use Zoompa Command.
Oh.
So I need for Shay, could you move these 2 Zoompas here to this machine? And Emma, could you, to this machine here. And Emma, can you move those 2 Zoompas to this machine?
Like float.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And you watch as they begin to tinker.
Oh no.
And that's when you begin to see bits of white lightning begin to... And you watch as the one down there begins to... what seems to be heat up. You can see waves of heat trickling off of the top. And Vonka goes, just so you know, I am crazy.
We got that.
Yeah, we totally figured.
And to you, Mr. Emiliano, if you refuse to work with me, well, I'll be forced to leave you all here in this realm as it explodes. Because I don't need this. I need one thing, and that's power. These generators here, back here, being maintained by my Zoompa Oompas. The one there, best of luck. We're on a timer, by the way.
Can we run back into the elevator? Is that an option?
It's not there behind you anymore.
Okay.
Ari,
That
it's your
is
turn.
unfortunate.
Okay.
I'm going to place this D10 onto, D8. This D8 onto the field. Every turn, this D8 will clock down by 1 number. I'm going to place it here, and I'll just let you guys know what it's on.
Okay. So just to clarify, the Zoompas are currently working on those generators so that it will kaboom.
So that it will not kaboom.
So that it will not kaboom.
But
Yeah.
not the one near us.
They're maintaining control of the situation by
Ah,
stalling.
okay. Well, can't do much about machinery, so I'm just go straight. I'm gonna run up to Wonka
Okay.
and stab him.
What is your movement speed?
Stab.
How less fast, bro?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, for the audience's sake.
I don't remember. Where is that again?
It's very top.
At the very top? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 70 feet?
That's
Alrighty.
feet.
So with 70 feet of movement, I'm pretty sure you can make it there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do it.
Woohoo.
You have 5, 10, 15, 20, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
It's all
wherever I can
semantics.
reach,
It's all just
like
semantics.
here?
Yeah.
Just run.
You can reach him within a 5, you get a little bit closer.
These feet?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And I go to stab him with my rapier.
Copy that. Go ahead and roll the hit using your D20. Also, as you run by that generator, a bit of your red lightning crackles into it, and you see as the heat waves kind of subside for a moment, and then heat back up.
Oh. Okay. 18 plus.
Okay, that'll hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go and roll damage for me.
That's the D8, right? Yeah.
Jeez, I believe so.
Which one is it?
Usually plus something.
It's like 2 triangles stacked on
This
top
one?
of each other.
7? Oh no, that's a 1.
1 plus 5, so 6 damage. Nothing to scoff at. As you stab Vonka, it gets him across the arm, tearing a sleeve as I rip the sleeve off of my jacket for some relief. No. It does cut across the arm, his sleeve does fall down, and he's staring at you, and he looks back at the generator. He goes, okay, my hypothesis was correct. With that, Annalyn, it is your turn.
Oh, I don't get.
Oh, no, sorry, it's out. No, you have your bonus action left,
Yeah.
and you have probably 10 feet of movement left as well.
Can I run back to the generator?
With your bonus action dash that you get with your monk/rogue abilities, yes, you absolutely can.
Do they get a opportunity attack?
Not on her.
Not on me.
Well,
As you run back to the generator, as you kind of circle around it, you're having to jump over this crystalline water. As you do, the water tries to reach up for you but doesn't get you. The lightning shooting into the machine, it begins to cool down even further, which will make me exchange this D8 for a D10, and I will put it on 9.
Y'all can fight. I'll keep us from exploding.
sounds good.
With that, it is Annaline's turn.
All right. So we want to explode the machine, boys, right? No.
As far as we know, what he said is that we're about to blow this place up. Except he also just said what's intuition was right, or my guess was right, about me being able to, charge this thing. Which also makes me think he wants.
I would like to get these things off the map. That's my initial feeling. That's my reaction.
Okay.
So,
Get these things?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to run over here. And Annalyn is going to grab another bead
Okay.
and throw it. Oh no.
Okay. I think you can level this where it doesn't get Ari
Please.
and the blast radius. If you do it more to that side.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. But you can definitely do that.
Yeah.
So it's going to automatically fail its dexterity saving throw. It's an inanimate object. So go ahead and roll damage for me.
Sweet. So I'm doing. Oh, that's 10th level. How did I get there? All right. 8d6s. Here we go.
All of them.
Yeah. 1, 2,
And how many
3, 4,
beads are
5,
you using?
6, 7, 8. I just used 1. I know I can use multiple, but I'm just testing the waters.
Gotcha. With 1, I believe it's just the level 3 fireball.
Yeah,
Oh, it is 8d6. Okay, no, you're right. My bad.
it is.
I forget fireball is fucking fireball.
I know that was surprising to me, but I was like, okay, let's go. Help.
5. 30 again.
30. Okay.
Wait. 33, sorry.
33. You watch as that machine begins to shatters. Someone please remove that from the battlefield. At the same time, you watch as Vonka
Loses his jacket.
loses his jacket. Loses his jacket. Please roll for me 5d10.
All of us?
No, Annalyn.
Okay, I need
5?
5d10 then. Let's see about that.
Here's one for you.
I've got 2 more for you.
Thank you.
I'd give you more, but I'm using that one.
Let's see. That's not a d10.
That's what I'm saying.
I think here's 2 10s.
It's a d10.
Did I give you a D10? What did I give you?
Here's a d10. 5 d10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's
Yes.
20.
No, it's D10. That's the percent.
Yeah, that's not a d10.
I mean, that can
also-
still work if you just read the first number.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I adding them all?
Yep.
8. We go. 5. 18.
18.
Okay. As Vonka takes 18 points of damage.
Kill him.
Is he? Oh. Okay. Noted. With that, it is.
Use a bonus action.
Yes, you can.
I would like to use a bonus
Use
action.
that bonus
And I
action.
would like to use my bonus action to spend 3 sorcery points and magically summon my Hound of Ill Omen.
Okay. I don't have.
A doggo.
Well, this could be cool. This is gonna
Oh, that's so long indeed.
be. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Big doggo.
So but this is one that I was going to paint eventually. And this is definitely not representative of what the ability is, but I think it's so much cooler that I'm going to allow it.
It is very cool, big dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Booyah.
So now I have that.
Holy shit.
You hear that, Mochi? Big dog. You love big dogs. Okay, was that all you could do?
Yeah.
Sweet. With that, it is Willy Wonka's turn.
Oh boy.
Looking out at all of you. Let's see what he wants to do here.
I hope he wants to die.
Painfully.
I'll kill you all and kill myself with you.
Chuck, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for me a d20.
Eldritch Blast does have a plus. I just found it.
Oh, next time.
Or no backsies.
4?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I like this. Add your wisdom modifier.
Oh,
I don't think it's going to do anything, but just so you're aware of what kind of save is going on right now.
Six?
6? Okay. Who's standing next to Chuck?
Who's that? That
Candida?
Candida.
Yes.
Candida?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Chuck will get to you in a moment.
Okay.
Um,
Why is Chuck getting to me?
Oh, Lord.
you know, who's honestly to say?
I'm not into little green guys.
With that, Willy Wonka feels his
Daddy.
feels his spell take effect and looks very satisfied. With that, it's going to be Zoompa Oompa Group A's turn.
Okay.
Them looking over at the destroyed machine, glancing back at the boss. He goes, "Deal with it." And could you move them?
All of the Zoompas.
This pack of Zoompas over to that chest.
I'm going.
Uh-oh.
This one right here. Yep. As they open up the chest, they pull out what appears to be a long cylinder hollowed out candy cane.
Bazooka.
Oh god. Oh god.
No.
Anna Lynn, can you and your wolf roll 2 dexterity saves?
Yeah, for sure. Why did my computer just lock me out?
No.
I need my wolf stats.
Oh, my wolf stats.
My password is so long and complicated.
At least it's secure.
Oh, thank gosh. Okay.
You locked yourself out entirely.
Okay, so as for me, what kind of saving throw is this?
2 dex saves.
Okay. That's 15 for Annalyn,
Okay.
and then that is a 8 for my wolf.
Alrighty, so your wolf fails. It'll be taking full damage.
No, I just got it.
I've loaned out too many of my dice. Could I have some d6 back?
Yes. You can have all of these d6 back.
Oh yeah, I haven't used these.
Oh, I don't need those. I just need to buy my metal dice back.
Elitist.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
So your hound
Oh my god, he just got here.
takes 15 points of fire damage,
No.
I mean, he has pretty high hit points.
Yeah.
and you take 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. Okay.
Sad. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It is now Zoompa Oompa Group B's turn. Nope, that's incorrect.
So now we're at.
No, yeah, it is there. Yeah. Zoompa Oompa Group B turn is now, but Willy Wonka is going to use a legendary action. He's going to spend 2 points to use Zumpa Command. Chuck, please roll an attack with your great axe against Candida. So roll a d20.
I'm not a Zumpa. I need turn 2, 3. I'm 5.
He's gonna make you do this reckless. So roll another one.
2.
Wow. You guys watch as Chuck, his eyes turn from that new tealy blue color that they possessed. For a moment, they flash purple. He picks up his axe, flies into a rage, and reckless swings over at you. Complete misses.
What the heck? I still have some faculties. I promise.
It's taking over me, guys. Run.
The Zumpa Oompa Group B is going to run over to that chest over there.
They sure are.
I have become the thing I hate.
I'm not like a mom.
Opening the chest, they pull out sets of what I like to call jawbreakers. They are these brass knuckles with an orb of a jawbreaker on each knuckle.
Oh.
As they stand ready. That is all of their movement, and they can't do anything else. But with that, Chuck, it is your turn. Did I miss Candida?
I think I was at
No,
the
you were
top.
heard first. Okay, yeah. So Chuck, it is now your turn.
Yeah.
Alright. Am I still attacking or.
Oh, yeah,
That's it.
you're still. So do me a favor.
Have we lost Chuck?
Alright, you got started too.
We lost.
Do. One second, I'm sorry. Reading the spell. It snores a lot down here.
Uh-huh.
Having a good sleep in D&D time.
That nap he's having.
Just such an
can tell.
unbothered kitty.
Yes.
Right.
He does whatever the fuck he wants.
I like that. It's a good quality to have.
I aspire.
So you are still under Vonka's control. I will, however, give you the freedom of choice. Would you like to attack Candida, Daddy Zumpa, or Veruca?
What?
Or the Hound, or Annalyn?
Not the go.
Come at me, bro. I got a hound.
Let me take care of her father.
Alrighty, as you move towards Daddy Zumpa, go and roll 2d20.
You just got your dad back.
My dad is
About to
not
take
gonna
him out
die on
again.
me. I just got him back. He's not gonna die on me.
I don't know, 13 and 20.
That was a natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh!
Poor Daddy Zumba.
Okay. Do me a favor. Roll
Short-lived family.
roll 2d12. This is for the crit.
You're about to be traumatized.
You're gonna attack Chuck.
2d12?
Yep, 2d12.
10 and 12.
What's wrong with you? True.
That's under Vonka's control.
You want to kill my
apparently.
innocent dad.
Plus. So that's 34 damage on the first swing.
You're joking.
Daddy Zumpa falls over. He is now unconscious. Your second swing. Your second swing comes down onto his forearm
Okay.
as you cleave his arm free from his body. He fails 2 death saves.
Sorry, guys.
Oh my god, you just killed my dad.
I dismembered his arm.
He has one.
Chuck,
I'm not in control.
he has 1 death save left. Chuck, blood splatters onto your face as you begin to feel its warm trip down your front appearance. That is your turn. And let me see if you have a save at the end of your turn now.
I think the most messed up part is that I don't even know if Anna Lynn would like notice this.
She'd be like,
I've got a whole fuck you.
You're just
While
staring
you're
at
not
bleeding out. I'm like, guys.
Yeah, all this shit's happening behind you, and you're just like,
Okay. You do not get a save at the end of your turn. For now, you are still under Vonka's command. I do apologize.
I might need somebody to,
Knock me
help.
about.
With that, we are at the top of initiative, and I'm going to clock this back down to...
9 now?
Actually, I don't need to. The bluff is over.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah, we know.
Candida, it is your turn.
okay.
As Vonka sees you take out Daddy Zimpa, he just, oh, now that's grand, and he points over behind you. As you turn around, your dad is on the ground, his green arm now separated from his body, and Chuck standing over him. Chuck looking over in your direction, you see as the pink and purple aura glowing from his eyes, you quickly gather.
You want me to stop? Yeah. He's a guy. Sorry.
Candida, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna take one of the stars off my robe
Okay.
Oh.
and cast magic missile. Whoa.
Okay.
At these are the guys with the bazooka, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
At these guys. Which, how far of a range is magic missile? I don't know.
Fucking like 100 and something.
no.
Hold on.
Probably like 120 or something.
Yeah, it's 120.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, that'll be fine.
So
So
you're casting this at, because they all happen at 5th level, I'm pretty sure.
sweet.
That's 7d4 plus 7. No, what I'm curious about is I don't know if magic missile can target multiple people or not.
D4?
Tis a. I thought it was a range. It's not a range. It's not a range.
Like a hit.
It's an individual target thing.
So you could get 1.
You can hit several creatures with it.
Ah.
So if you are hitting multiple creatures, be sure to roll those damages separately.
Okay. I need more
D4?
tea, guys.
Power of friendship.
How many d4s?
7.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I need 2 more. Okay. 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 6, 8, 10, 11.
So is that all on one?
That's one person?
I'll say. Hold on. I'll say 10 to one person, and then that is 10, right? 6, 8, 10. Okay, then yeah, I miscounted. So 10 to one person, and then 5 to the other.
Both Zoompas. You watch as their insides explode. A green and gooey liquid spits out onto the chest in front of them as the candy cane launchers fall to the ground. They're dead. That was your action. Anything with your bonus action?
Good question. 1 second.
Most Zoompa Oompas are very fragile. Your father was not.
That was just a lot.
Yeah, that was just a shit
That was
ton.
a lot. That was like overkill. Like, what the hell, man?
What can I say? I'm a barbarian.
You got from Minji.
Annalyn, I don't think you... Or not Annalyn, sorry. Candida, I don't know if you have any
Maybe
decent
why
bonus
I'm here
actions.
accidentally.
I'm coping. I'm coping.
Yeah.
If you wanna
'cause
activate your
cantrip- a
gift
cantrip
again.
is an action.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
I
I think you're good unless you want to move. And if somebody can move Chuck over Daddy Zumpa's body.
Oh yeah, he's lodging over.
Thank you.
Get ready for that final kill.
He's already dead.
Oh, well.
No, he's
then
not dead. He has one.
He has one more.
He has one death save left. Oh, which I need to roll actually.
Oh god.
Please. Come on, Daddy. I will hold Peppa. Fight for me.
I will use a charge to fly. I'll use an elemental gift charge to fly again so that I don't get attacked by Chuck next.
Okay.
Good choice.
So I have good news and bad news. Good news is your dad springs back to 1 HP. He rolled a natural 20 on his death save.
That sounds like my dad.
He's still down on the ground, so go ahead and leave him there. He's in a severe amount of pain, and he is still at the risk of bleeding out.
Just woke up with a missing arm.
Woke up with a missing arm and a fellow Zoompa Oompa breathing over him.
You sure acting like it. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the fact we talked about not killing innocent people, and now we're killing Zumba Oompas, so...
I didn't do that.
Well, that's
That's you. Had a bazooka.
Just saying, we could have just set fire to the place and your dad would be alive.
That's very much not likely.
So you begin to fly again, and I also need to take a turn for Veruca because I completely forgot about her. And I am actually going to help your papa out.
Pull through.
He heals a little bit. The bleeding doesn't stop, but it is less dramatic. He receives a few points of healing from Veruca. Okay. With that, though, it is Ari's turn. And Annalyn, you were on deck.
All right.
Gonna dash to these Oompas over here
Okay.
and stab one. This one closest to me.
Okay. Roll to hit, please.
Hey. Wait, is that an 8?
That's a
No,
d20.
this, yeah, just, you don't even hit him. 8.
8 plus.
Is that, what is that called under here?
Plus 8. 8 plus 8, so 16.
16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And then now I roll the 8.
Using your rapier?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a d8 and add 5.
10.
Okay. As you rush up on this Zoompa, as you quickly rapier through the stomach, disarming him of his jawbreaker that you now have on your other fist, as he falls down onto the ground, sliding off your sword. He's dead.
Yeah.
So that one there is good. And you still have your
Bonus action.
bonus action.
Can I bonus action to... Oh no. What's unarmed strike again?
So you're just gonna roll your d20 for your unarmed strike, and
You
you
can also
add.
do non-lethal damage, by the way.
Oh. I forget about that.
We fight to
So
kill.
roll a d20 and add 4.
8.
Oh, sorry. 8 is total to hit.
If it's the rolling this, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, okay, so you don't hit the second one. But that is your action and your unarmed strike for your bonus action. Do you want to move anymore?
Can I?
Yeah, I mean, this battlefield is yours. You can go wherever the hell you want.
Okay, I'm gonna... Can I go over to that other chest?
Yeah.
What about?
I'll let you open it now, but you cannot get
Do
the
I?
items until next turn.
Okay. I'm opening this.
As you open it up, you see what appears to be like chocolate balls. They're very similar to like Ferrero Rocher. And they have a small chocolate-covered pretzel sticking out of the top, just maybe like an inch or two.
So it looks like a ball.
Chocolate balls.
Kinda.
Okay.
But with that, we're moving into Annalyn. It is your turn. Running towards your
I'm
papa.
running toward my papa. I am going to actually. I'm going to stand here.
Mhm.
Incapacitated.
And what I am going to do is use another 3rd level spell slot to cast Fear on Chuck.
Okay.
And I want it to be within this 30 feet cube.
Okay.
So
Copy
that
that.
it does not hit my dad and only Chuck.
Alrighty. So what is Alif rolling?
To me,
We just need you to lay down, okay?
You're not gonna take any real damage.
I know, but also my way.
Do I have to roll to hit?
Yeah. Oh, we have to. Whatever you have to do? Either you have to roll to hit, or Alif has to roll to save. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, Alif has to roll to save.
Alrighty, Alif, roll a d20, and this is going to be wisdom for you. So you're going to be adding +2.
13.
That does not work out for you. You've been hit with fear. What's your worst fear? Why don't you tell me that?
Being a super demon.
Yeah. Right? Boom.
What's Chuck's worst fear?
Being a Zubu.
well-
Forever. Yeah.
You get a mirror image of yourself right in front of you. And now you are frightened, and you must take the dash action to move away from me. So move away from me.
On your
can I
turn,
move
though,
that
right?
way?
On your turn. But it'll
Okay.
happen. You'll get
Okay.
away from me.
But I'd also like to
You could run that
dash
way.
that way, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, as long as it's, for
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you don't end your turn closer to,
Yeah,
On a
no,
limb.
I'm just gonna
is how we will do that for
dash
now.
towards the front.
Yes.
Anything else with your turn, Annalyn?
Yes. Can I use unarmed strike as a bonus action?
Yes, I do believe so.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit Chuck.
Yeah, before he moves away from me, I would like to just punch him.
Alrighty, roll a
This is for Dad.
roll a d20 and add your strength modifier. So
Alright.
0.
Like, poor Daddy Super.
Yeah, no bad feelings. That's gonna be a 17 plus my strength modifier, which is 0, so 17 to hit.
No, it does not hit Chuck.
Well,
Oh.
I tried, and that's all that matters.
Chuck is built like a tank.
Yeah.
And
pretty-
am I
but
playing for my wolf
Daddy's
as well, or does he have a turn?
I don't know how that ability works off the top of my head. Let me pull it up. This is a part of your class features, or is this a spell?
This is a part of my class features, yes.
Class features, bum, ba-dum.
Yeah. Hound of Ill Omen.
Mind blower back.
It just gives me a modified dire wolf.
Yeah. Go ahead and take its turn now,
Okay.
and do whatever it's gonna do.
Alright, it's going to...
Attack Chuck.
Whoa, Mike. Whoa. No, it's not going to attack Chuck. I think that'd be overkill. It's going to...
Go get the other golem.
What should it do?
It could eat
It's gonna...
Vonka.
It can only move
How
How far can it go?
60 feet, I believe.
60 feet? Oh.
So, actually...
Oh, pretty far.
It can move all the way over here.
Oh, go for it.
Eat him. It's gonna move over here.
Chomp.
And it's going to, just straight bite the monster.
Oh, the machine. Okay.
Yeah, the machine monster.
Yeah, just roll a d20 and add its dexterity modifier.
That's a +5 to hit. Well, it's a +5 to hit. Do I still add the dex modifier?
Oh, just do the +5. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Oh god. Oh my god. 7?
7 plus. Is that total?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't hit.
Yeah.
He bites and he misses.
He little blind, a little nearsighted, farsighted, whatever it is. But he goes to bite for like a bit of the metal arm or a bit of the tube, and it just does not do any damage, any significant damage.
And if I was near him, he'd have advantage because we're friends.
Oh,
But I'm not near him, so
yeah, unfortunate.
that's that's his turn.
Copy that. With that, it is Willy Wonka's turn.
I don't have high hopes for this dog.
I love my dog.
You love your dad, too.
I'm a good boy.
What happened to him?
It means the world to me. Everything is getting stripped from me.
Ari. Could you tell me if a dirty 20 and a 16 hit your armor class? So dirty 20 and a 16.
Yeah.
They do? I love to hear that.
Boo.
That's an amazing thing for me.
Everyone boo the DM.
Everyone disliked that.
Getting
That's 13, 9, that's 22 points of force damage. As something that you recognize as Eldritch Blast shoots out of the end of the cane and 2 bolts of force energy come slamming into you. So, boom, boom.
Yikes.
Also, you were pushed back 20 feet.
Oof, goddamn.
Wait, so how much damage?
Oofy.
2, 3, one more.
That's 20, right?
Okay, yeah, that works. And let me see if he has anything with his bonus action. I don't think he does.
Wait, how much damage did I do?
You took 22.
What did I do?
Is that what I said, right?
I think so.
I believe that is.
Thought I heard that as well.
Okay, 22. And I don't think he can do anything else on his turn, so it is going to move on to the remaining Zoomba. Where he's going to.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, that one's gone. He's going to rush over to the wolf with the jawbreaker in hand and try to. One thing to notice: he runs backwards a little bit, and then he runs at full speed. He's like winding up the jawbreaker, and then he
Got a running start.
To the extra. Like,
Hey, wolf.
it is a wolf.
to Mr. Zumba. That is a 19 to hit.
My wolf, you mean?
Yes,
What if I just said no?
I'd be surprised.
No, it hits.
That is 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
My wolf is gonna totally die, guys. There was no point in bringing the wolf.
Gave it a target.
My
That's not us.
First
Your
your
pan.
dad, then
Yeah, all
Yeah.
that damage
Yeah, you
gonna
can use
go
this
to
one.
us.
Thanks.
Right. Oh my god, I got pushed back before I could grab the bomb.
Yeah. Luckily, it's going to be nothing for you to get back up to it,
Yeah.
Dang.
He's like
Did I?
1 foot to you.
Yeah. But that's an action. Do I want the bombs then, man?
though. Alrighty. And that is the end of the Zumpa's turn. Willy Wonka is going to use a legendary action to shoot 2 more bolts of Eldritch energy. He's going to send this one at... First and foremost, he's going to send one at your wolf, because it's up on his shit.
Oh, it's I do.
It's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a natural 18. I'm pretty sure that's going to hit.
Better do like 3 points of damage.
I rolled a 7 on the die, and then I have to add... That's 12 points of...
That definitely kills my wolf.
Alright.
Oh.
You get the 4 whimperings and dog noises. As it fades into shadow, it falls into the ground, and you just watch the dust settle.
Oh my god.
That was horrifying.
He looks over at your father, and he goes, "Have you had enough? You willing to help me out now? Or do I have to finish this?" And he sends the second bolt at you, Annalyn.
How rude.
That's a natural 19 to hit.
That
Can I do counter, or do I have to wait for my turn to do that?
You are unfortunately too far away to counterspell. That's a natural 19 to hit. So you were going to take 13 points of force damage. With that, it is your Papa Zumpa's turn.
And what is he gonna do?
Lie there and bleed.
He's going to stand up
Oh.
and he's going to look at you, Chuck, and he goes, I know what you need. He picks up his arm and he socks you across the face with his hand.
That's what I'm trying to do.
He's doing that as his bonus action. Let me see. 19? That's your AC. That's your armor class.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. You go ahead and knock off 2 points, and you roll a wisdom save
Wahoo.
to potentially break free of this condition on you.
Okay.
How do I change? You get severed arm.
Oh, I can change it for you.
Oh, okay.
I can, as long as you refresh your page when I'm done.
Yeah.
You have 69 health left. Look at you. Oh no, you're raging, so you only took 1 point.
Oh yeah. I am raging.
20.
20? Natural 20?
Yes.
Wow.
As the hand slashes you across the face, your eyes fade from that pink and purple glowing hue back to the teal color of your original Zumpa form. As you and you're looking in front of you at Daddy Zumpa, and you see what you've done. Your axe is bloody. He's holding his severed arm in his hand.
Thanks, man. Knocked me out.
No, sorry.
No apology there.
And he looks at you and he goes, "We're gonna get you out of this."
Leave Chuck to.
So that's his bonus action. With his action, Annalyn, he looks over in your direction. What? Where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Is that how that works? Sorry. Give me 1 second. My apologies.
Yeah.
Looks over at you, and he goes, "We're going to fix this. I promise." You hear a loud pop as he dimension doors from his current location to right behind Vonka.
Oh my god.
What the heck?
Let's go, Papa.
That's his action and his bonus action. And because Rule of Cool, Daddy Zumpa is a badass, I'm going to give him an attack against Vonka. Yeah, rule of, it's a real thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the rule is if a character does something cool but it breaks the rules, just let it happen.
Okay.
So he's going to pop behind Vonka, and with his severed arm, he's going to
Shove it up his ass.
he casts a spell through his through his severed arm as it makes contact. Well, actually, let me see if it does make contact. I'm gonna give him advantage. Okay.
Papa needs a win. Even though
Okay.
Been enslaved for years.
Annalyn just at the house chilling, like
missing his
I
daughter.
wonder when my dad's coming back.
He watches he hits Vonka, and the staff that he has, he watches it cracks. The bottom half of it completely separating from the top. Now it's more like a wand with an orb at the end. And Vonka takes a severe amount of damage.
This is Vonka's staff?
Vonka's staff is shattered. With that, Chuck, I believe it is your turn. Yeah.
You also have to run away.
You gotta get away from me,
I know.
or else you're gonna get beat down.
Okay. So, since I'm raging, can I just move that way? And how far that way can I go?
You have a movement speed of 35 feet, so that is 7 squares.
Okay, I'm running.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
There you are. And then, can I throw my great axe?
I'm going to say rule of cool, you absolutely can.
I'm gonna throw my great axe
Roll
at
D20.
Vonka's head.
Okay. Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier. We're going to make this a strength check for you. So go ahead and do that and roll add 9.
Two, 6.
Wow.
That was, wait.
It was a natural one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trouble. So that's an automatic fail.
Yes, it is unfortunately an automatic fail. Alif, I'm so sorry. Sometimes this is how the cookie crumbles, and it doesn't always crumble in. I know. Your axe goes flying down the way.
This is the second time that you're throwing just He's right down alone. He's not the villain.
That would be.
Oh, what if it does hit him?
Anna, can you roll a D percentile for me? On a 10% or lower, this will make contact with your dad.
But just higher than it's one.
Higher than 10%.
10. Yeah, I could do that.
17.
Barely.
That is okay.
That's scary close.
It is scary close. I'm grateful though. I'm grateful to still have my father in my life.
That also means you don't have the axe anymore.
Yeah, I got 2 hand axes still.
Oh, cool.
The axe flies cluttering at Daddy Zumpa's feet. Chuck, I believe that is your entire turn. I'm so sorry.
And content though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Veruca, seeing this, she is going to she pulls out 2 potion bottles. They're both that same purpley shimmer. She throws one at your feet, Chuck, and this purple pink haze begins to fall at your feet. She chucks the other one towards Daddy Zumpa. It crashes on the ground next to Vonka. You fall through a space, and you pop up right next to Vonka.
Finally.
Yahoo!
And rule of cool, take an attack with your axe as you pick it up off the ground.
You're flanking him.
I
Like,
know.
Oh yeah, roll with advantage. Yeah, so roll 2d20.
2d20?
Yep, and take the best result.
That's 2 10s.
2 10s.
what?
I mean, that's not the end of the world because you have a fucking, +9?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's 19. So go ahead and roll a d12 and add 6 as you make contact with Vonka.
12 plus 6.
18. That is nothing to scoff at.
At all.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Vonka is bloodied
Yeah.
as he's looking around the room, getting a little desperate at this point. Candida, it is your turn.
Sweet.
As he's looking at you all. We could all make something work together. You don't want to die so soon?
I'm good.
You want your father back? Annalyn, you want your father back? We can make that happen. Candida, you want the world, don't you? Not too dissimilar from Veruca. You could rule it by my side, perhaps. And Chuck, you just don't want to be a Zumpa. I could change that for you. The full character arc. Candida, it is your turn.
Let my people go.
So I'm flying. I fly over here on top of
Ari.
Ari's head. And I lean down and touch the top of your head.
Oh.
I cast guidance.
No.
Okay.
So, touch a willing creature once before the spell ends, which it's concentration up to a minute, so we should be good.
Yep.
Target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to an ability check of your choice. So the next action that you do, you can add a d4 to it.
Cool. Oh, I need my D4, but Green. Yeah.
And then I'll end my turn there because I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay, no problem. With that, it is Ari's turn.
Okay.
So good timing.
Like a surge of power.
Right.
I'm gonna just leave the bombs to you, since I can actually run them.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Oh, at some point I damaged Annalyn instead of Vonka. Vonka is more hurt than I thought he was.
Uh-huh.
He's very bloody, should I say.
Oh, good.
Very good.
Okay, in that case, run back over, go for a stab with my crystal rapier.
As you begin to sprint, and let me know if this changes any decision. As you begin to sprint, the jawbreaker on your fist, you feel your lightning. It feels as if these jawbreakers are hollow, maybe a liquid core of some sort, and you feel the weight increasing on your fist. If you'd like to swing with that, it may do more damage.
The reason I was going with the crystal rapier is because I can also heal on stabbing you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, that works.
Yeah.
Go for it. So
He's
roll
already pretty ready.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Go ahead and roll a d20. And with advantage because you're flanking.
Oh, thank God.
Yep.
What's the advantage?
You roll another d20 and take the best result.
Could also add a D4 to it. Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
much
that's
better.
17.
Yeah.
So,
17. Cool. I already
I'll
rocked
save
that.
that for the damage.
I don't think you can use it on damage.
For my healing?
it's an action.
Yeah. I'll say semantics, we'll let it happen.
Cool.
But yes, that's going to hit, so go ahead and roll damage, and I'll let you add that d4 either to your healing or your damage,
Okay.
just for the sake of coolness.
For the sake of coolness. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna do the damage because that's 2
Okay.
plus 1. 3.
3.
That's 3 damage. Let me see how much I can. What's the healing thing?
As you stab him, blood begins to seep out of his body. His white tunic beginning to fill with blood.
He takes off his tunic.
He takes off his tunic.
It says damage is 1d8 plus 5, actually.
So it would have been 8 damage.
Yeah, and then there's also radiant damage underneath.
Okay.
Listed as 1d8.
This is your crystal rapier.
Yeah. Do both of those things apply, or do I have to choose which?
No, when you hit an attack roll using the sword, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. So roll another d8.
We'll see. 4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
And then I heal for that 4 also.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Vonka, here's my question. Do you take the sword out or do you leave it in?
Oh, I take it out?
As he's looking down at his body, as the sword is, as it seeps out of him, blood shoots out of his body at a fucking trajectory.
Yeah.
Red beginning to fill his shirt. He's fucking feeling it. Anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna run back.
Oh, okay.
I didn't heal for that much, okay.
As you fucking Skidonians. With that, Annalyn, it is your turn. The purple mist that Veruca threw into the ground is still present. If you want to travel through that, if you need to get closer, or if you want to stay at range, you can also do that.
Yeah, I would love to get closer. Is it like around
It's
here?
literally right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to travel there.
Boop. And now you come out right next to Chuck.
Well, you're fucking flanked, man.
Now you're fucking flanked.
All sides. So yeah, with that kind of changed my plan because I didn't know that I could do that. So that's
Okay.
good. I am going to. Where is it here? I'm going to cast its 2nd level Shadow Blade.
Okay.
Um,
Do I need to roll anything? Or is that a you thing?
Give me one moment to read this a little better. Okay, so I have a Shadow Blade now.
Yeah,
On
so
my
you
arm.
created that with your bonus action.
Okay, and I'm going to use it to attack with my primary action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just.
So you roll a d20 and add 8, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Alright, that's a 13 plus 8.
Yeah, that's
Plus
gonna
8.
hit.
Sure, that hits. And it deals 2d8 psychic damage. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Do I have 2d8s right here with me?
Eight.
Do you have another d8? Oh, thank you. There we go.
Ooh.
Casting this at 2nd level because I don't have any 3rd level slots left. 13 points of psychic damage.
Alrighty.
Whoa.
Would you like to tell us how you killed the Candyman?
Yes, I would like to take my Shadow Blade. I imagine it's like kind of protruding from her arm in a kind of mystical way. Think Finn the Human or something like that.
Okay. Love it.
And I think she's just gonna go for the neck and try to slice his head off.
I love it.
Okay.
Decapitation.
Yes.
All right.
As the head slowly begins to slide to one side. Dies as his body falls over to the ground. These 2 whirling machines, as they come to a stop. You've done it.
Epic.
Okay, he's stuck in Candy
That's also
Kingdom.
a problem. That's also a problem.
Can I run over to get his staff?
Yeah, we're out of combat. So as you rush up and grab his staff, at the very end, the orb, this shattered, hazy purple gemstone, is in your hand. What would you like to do with it?
Just the orb itself, not the whole thing.
The entire staff is kind of shattered.
Yeah.
There's still a little bit
bit
of
of it.
handle there, but for the most part.
On the ground.
Okay. This is going to be interesting.
Guys, are we okay?
As it shatters out. Okay, cool. The walls begin to shake, and the floor begins to shake.
What here?
And you watch as the green licorice in this, or I guess you're outside, so there are no walls, except you suddenly see that there are. The illusion drops and you are in this stone-looking room. Not candy, not cookie, stone. The green licorice rots and it smells of decay. The magic is gone.
Solid.
From the dust of this orb, you watch as a spirit of some kind, a pink and purple spirit, lifts up and forms a very small face and says, "Thank you. You may ask of me one wish." As everything is fucking falling apart.
Yeah. Get us out of here.
I think we can all unanimously ask that, yeah.
Yeah. Just your wish is my command. As the stone walls dissipate into a purple-pink haze, begins to flush over all of you. Everything goes dark. Everything goes black. And then you're brought out into a normal grassy meadow outside of a neighboring kingdom. Standing amongst you all are a swarm of fucking Zoompa Oompas.
Yes.
and as well as a very tall individual who seems to have been stretched out, as well as a giant blue hill giant with black hair that comes down about here and is chopped off at the sides. Everyone that seems to have been trapped and within Candy Realm is now outside and free. And the tall individual stretched man goes, waves, and he slaunders off into the hills. The hill giant, the hill giant runs off into the distance.
Well, no, I'm just.
And this is when your ring begins to vibrate.
Oh.
And another face of a rusty orange kind of light shines up and just.
Hi, Daddy.
Hello, pumpkin.
Oh, we've been on quite an adventure today.
I've heard. I can see some mischievous acts of one of my kin. Allow me to help. And you watch as this orange light kind of floats over to Veruca, and the voice just, as it talks, it kind of glows and falls in and out, kind of like Discord, you know?
Yeah.
I believe you have something that will help. Veruca. Yep. Pulls out a similar orb. This one green. And she's staring at it. And your father. You can't have the world, but we can make things right. And she presents it. As your father enters into the orb, a light just... You're no longer a Zoompa Oompa. A lot of these beings are no longer Zoompa Oompas.
Sweet.
And that's when it becomes a little clear. Also in this clearing with you is Mr. Pale. In a purple and gray, purple tunic, gray vest, standing with just his mustache and a top hat.
I'll fucking kill you!
Oh, well, look at the time! It's time to begins to run out. And as you guys begin to chase Mr. Pale to enact justice and hopefully turn him into the local authorities,
I cast Hold Person.
as you catch Mr. Pale,
I like standing in his way.
that is actually where we're going to end this very fun Candy Realm adventure. Thank you all for tuning in. This is, by the way, in no way sponsored by Willy Wonka and the movie. We just wanted to do something a little fun here close to the release. Happy viewing, thanks for watching, and we will see you all in the next episode of RPG Familiar.
Socials for everybody are linked.
Yes, socials are linked down in the description. We have Shay, owner of the Wanderers Guild, Crystal, a renowned editor and content creator. Go see some of her short films and skits and such.
Great actress.
Alif, who's just a lovely human being.
Thank you.
If you want us to throw your Instagram down there or something, we can.
Sure.
And Emma, member of the cast, I'm sure you'll see her face a lot more as well.
Cosplay.
Model, cosplayer, photographer, entrepreneur. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will see you all in the next episode of RPG Familiar. Bye for now, guys.
Well, thank you.